Commissioner will be answering. Everyone is expected to stand. All rise.
All right, thank you. May be seated. All right, good morning. My name is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell, and this is the 2 a.m. initial appearance calendar for March 5th, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling you up individually. When your name is called, please proceed to the podium. At the conclusion of your matter, officers will have paperwork for you. That paperwork will contain my complete orders in your case. It will also contain the dates, times, and locations of your future hearings. I now need to read a victim's rights advisement. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the prosecutor's office. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with Victoria Byram, please, and then Sharif Shabazz, please.
Victoria. Stand behind your opponent.
All right, let me get that pulled up. Okay. All right, go ahead, state your name, please.
Victoria Marie Byram.
And Ms. Byram, what is your date of birth?
5/12/1990.
Thank you. All right, you are here because the Pinal County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest based upon allegations that you violated your probation in your case CR 2024-00268. In that matter, I am indicating that an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in the Pinal County Superior Court on March 10th at 8:30. Pursuant to the warrant teletype in this matter, I am holding you non-bondable in this probation violation. All right, go ahead, step to left.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Sharif Shabazz, please, and then Wilbur Borchert. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Sharif Shabazz.
And Mr. Shabazz, what is your date of birth?
1695.
All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested on one count of transporting and or selling narcotic drugs, a Class 2 felony. I did find probable cause for that based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services. I am finding that you are not indigent for purposes of appointing you an attorney. So I'm not appointing you an attorney this morning. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your matter, I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain pretrial release conditions, including electronic monitoring. You're not to possess any weapons and no drugs without a valid prescription. All right, go ahead, step to left. Wilbur Borchert, please, and then Benjamin Profura. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Pardon?
Can you state your name?
Wilbur Miles Butcher,
And Mr. Burchard, what is your date of birth?
9/22/64.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because the grand jury in Maricopa County issued a warrant for your arrest based upon allegations that on or about July 1st of 2023, you committed the offenses of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, and endangerment, a Class 6 felony. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on March 12th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Pursuant to that grand jury arrest warrant, I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $20,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you're not to have any contact with any alleged victim. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. All right, go ahead, step to left. Benjamin Profura, please. And then Wayne Harvey. Okay. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
I'm Benjamin Profera.
And Mr. Profera, what is your date of birth?
February 18, 2000.
Thank you. All right. In your case, due to your need to receive medical care, I am finding that extraordinary circumstances pursuant to State v. Brown with respect to the time of the initial appearance hearing. Based upon the information provided by the arresting agency, your need for medical care prevented you from participating in an initial appearance hearing within 24 hours after arrest. All right, you are here because you were arrested on 2 counts of aggravated assault, Class 4 felonies, and 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony. In this matter, I'm sorry, we do need to update this. Based upon the limited information that in the Form 4, I'm not finding probable cause for that dangerous drug violation. However, I am finding probable cause for the remaining violations in this matter, which are the 2 counts of aggravated assault, Class 4 felonies, and the 1 count of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony. In this matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you're not to have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. All right, we did need to reprint the paperwork for Mr. Profera. Yes, sir?
So I can only post bond. I can't have a pre-trial or because I'm not on any community supervision at that time.
So I am requiring a secured appearance bond in your matter, what is primarily driving my decision is the facts alleged in the Form 4 that you allegedly assaulted a police officer with a closed fist, causing injury to the right side of her face.
That's not true.
Okay. All right, well, I did appoint you an attorney, and you can take all of that up with your attorney, all right? Go ahead, step to left. Wayne Harvey, please. And then Felicia Wood. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Wayne Harvey,
And Mr. Harvey, what is your date of birth?
2981.
All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested on charges of aggravated assault, a Class 5 felony, resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and shoplifting, Class 1 misdemeanor, and threatening, intimidating, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. All right, go ahead, step to left. Officer has your paperwork. Felicia Wood, please, and then Keith Whitehead.
Behind the great podium.
All right, ma'am, go ahead and state your name.
Felicia Wood,
And Ms. Wood, what is your date of birth?
5/8/89.
All right, ma'am, you are here because, okay, Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest based upon your failures to appear in your matter CR 2020 030078 and CR 2024 007376. In both of those matters, a decision should have already been made about whether or not you are entitled to have the court appoint you an attorney. So I'm not making that decision again this morning. You can always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. In both of your matters, I am setting hearings on March 12th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In both of your matters, I am also setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1,500 in each case. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you, you are on probation, so you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. You would also need to go to those hearings on March 12th, okay? All right, go ahead, step to left. Keith Whitehead, please, and then Monique Ramirez. All right, Mr. Whitehead, go ahead, state your name.
Keith Earl Whitehead,
And Mr. Whitehead, what is your date of birth?
May 8th, 2001.
All right, sir, you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a direct complaint matter. That direct complaint alleges that on or about January 21st, 2026, you committed the offense of possession or use of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In this direct complaint matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,800. Now, you are also here because you are currently on probation in your cases CR 2022-104767, CR 2022-115248, CR 2023-007488, and CR 2023-119755. In each of those four matters, your new charges in the direct complaint would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation in each of your probation cases. In each of your probation cases, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In each of your four probation cases, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50 in each case. In the event you are able to post all of your bonds and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release, and you also need to go to your hearings, okay?
Right.
All right.
So
yes,
I'm
sir.
currently sentenced.
Okay.
So if I was to post bond, would I still be in custody?
So you're in
for my
custody on a different matter?
No, for my probations, for my probation matter.
So in order to be released, you would have to post bond in your direct complaint matter and your four probation cases.
Yeah,
But now you're telling me you're in custody on something else too?
no. For these probations, I just got sentenced for it.
You just got sentenced
Yeah.
for the. So I have appointed you an attorney in your cases. And I would suggest you talk to your attorney about your probation violation matters. I do see that it looks like your probation was just reinstated on February 2nd of this year. However, these new direct complaint, this new direct complaint, which was issued on March 4th of 2026, those are new allegations, or that would be a new term 1 violation. But you can talk to your attorney about those things, okay?
All right.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Monique Ramirez, please, and then Sergey Novitsky. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name.
Monique Ramirez,
And Ms. Ramirez, what is your date of birth?
8781.
All right, ma'am, you are here because the grand jury in Maricopa County issued a warrant for your arrest based upon allegations that on or about January 15th of 25, you committed the offenses of burglary in the 3rd degree, a Class 4 felony, and shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. In this matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 12th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm also setting a secured appearance bond in this matter in the amount of $1,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to possess any weapons and no drugs without a valid prescription. All right? Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork. Sergey Novitsky, please, and then Danielle Nickel. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Sergey Novitsky,
And Mr. Novitsky, what is your date of birth?
10/26/78.
All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested on 1 count of disorderly conduct, fighting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 2 misdemeanor, 1 count of preventing interfering with use of a telephone during an emergency, a Class 2 misdemeanor, obstruction, refusing to give true name, a Class 2 misdemeanor, and assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing, for purposes of, give me just a second. I apologize. We're going to need to re-put that. Due to the nature of those charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you this morning. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on March 10th at 1:30 in the Surprise Municipal Court. I'm also setting a, oh, that's why. Wait, hold on just a second, Sonia. I apologize. All right. Okay. So I'm going to back up. So I am indicating that an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing for limited representation regarding the bond issue only, because I am setting a $500 secured appearance bond in your matter. I'm also setting a hearing on March 10th at 1:30 in the Surprise Municipal Court. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. You're also going to need to obey the terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been issued or may be issued. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. If you presently reside with any alleged victim, you must find an alternative residence.
I'm sorry, what was the last?
If you presently reside with any alleged victim, you must find an alternative residence.
Okay.
All right, all of that information is in your paperwork. If you want to go ahead, step to the left, officer has that for you.
One more question, you said Surprise Municipal Court?
It's Surprise Municipal Court, yeah. The date, time, and location of your next hearing date, along with all of your release conditions, are in your paperwork.
So it's not going to be here then, right?
It will not be here, no.
Okay. All right.
Danielle Nickel, please. I'm sorry, Danielle Nickel, and then Nicholas Carter. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name.
Danielle Nickel,
And Ms. Nichols, what is your date of birth?
6/27/89.
Thank you. All right, ma'am, you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest based upon allegations that you violated your probations in your cases CR 2025-108439, CR 2023-000419, and CR 2022-109603. In each of those matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and in each of those matters, I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In each of those three matters, I'm also setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100 in each case. In the event you are able to post all of your bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you, you are on probation, so you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You also need to go to those hearings on the 11th, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. All right, Nicholas Carter, please, and then Dane Elliott. All right, Mr. Carter, go ahead, state your name.
Nicholas Carter,
And Mr. Carter, what is your date of birth?
9/29/95.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a direct complaint matter. That direct complaint alleges that on or about July 30th of 25, you committed the offense of possession or use of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. I have a question for you based upon your bracelet and your striped top. Are you in custody on a different matter?
Yes, probation violation.
Okay. All right. So in this matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm also setting a secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $50. That $50 is intended to be a placeholder bond to give you credit for time in custody in this case. All right. In the event you are able to post your bonds, otherwise secure your release, I am reminding you, because you are on probation, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. All right, Dane Elliott and then Lee Craven, please, and then we're going to take a quick break. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Dane Elliott,
And Mr. Elliott, what is your date of birth?
7794.
All right, sir, you are here because the University Lakes Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest. This is a predisposition failure to appear warrant issued on February 20th of 26. In this matter, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you. However, actually, let me back up. In this matter, I am appointing an attorney for you for limited representation regarding the bond issue only because I am setting a $50 secured appearance bond in your matter. I'm also setting a hearing on March 10th at 8:30 in the University Lakes Justice Court, okay?
Sure.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork. Lee Craven, please. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Lee Craven,
And Mr. Craven, what is your date of birth?
June 14, 1980.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a direct complaint matter. That direct complaint alleges that between September 9th, 25 and September 10th of 25, you committed the offense of theft of credit card or obtaining a credit card by fraudulent means, a Class 5 felony. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In this matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork. All right, we are going to take a very quick break. look at this one. For the record. All right, Jose Morales, please, and then Jesus Perez.
Good morning.
All right. Hey, Mr. Morales, go ahead, state your name.
Jose Morales,
And Mr. Morales, what is your date of birth?
2475.
All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested on charges of burglary in the 3rd degree, Class 4 felony, and fraudulent use of a credit card, a Class 6 felony, and a second incident of fraudulent use of a credit card, also a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 19th at 8:30 and March 23rd at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes.
Okay, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you to pretrial services. I am requiring that you register with pretrial services. Pretrial services will do things like remind you of your upcoming hearing dates. In your case, they are also going to do electronic monitoring.
Okay.
You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork.
Thank you.
Jesus Perez, please, and then Daniel Mulligan. All right, Mr. Perez, go ahead, state your name.
Jesus Perez Carrillo,
And what is your date of birth?
06/16/1991.
All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor, and DUI, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting a hearing on March 25th at 11 a.m. in the Maryvale Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this morning on your own recognizance. You do need to go to that hearing. If you don't go to that hearing, a warrant may issue for your arrest. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol, and you are not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead, step to left. Daniel Mulligan, please, and then Austin Williams. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Dan Mulligan,
And Mr. Mulligan, what is your date of birth?
12/8/1965.
Thank you. All right, so you are here, sir, because you were arrested yesterday on charges of disorderly conduct, fighting a Class 1 misdemeanor, and assault, Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. Due to the nature of those charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney here for you this morning. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on March 24th at 9 a.m. in the Peoria Municipal Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this morning on your own recognizance. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. You're also going to need to obey the terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been issued or may be issued. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. If you presently reside with an alleged victim, you must find an alternative residence.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Austin Williams, please, and then April Miller. All right, Mr. Williams, go ahead, state your name.
Austin Bill Williams,
And Mr. Williams, what is your date of birth?
February 21st, 1995.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of driving with a suspended or revoked license, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that. Because of the nature of those charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you this morning. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on March 25th at 11 a.m. in the Maryvale Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes.
All right, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this morning on your own recognizance. You do need to go to that hearing on the 25th. If you don't, a warrant may issue for your arrest. I am reminding you, you don't have a driver's license, so you may not drive a motor vehicle, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. April Miller, please, and then Marquise Jackson. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name.
April Miller,
And Ms. Miller, what is your date of birth?
9/1/81.
All right, ma'am, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest based upon allegations that between May 10th of 25 and May 15th of 25, you committed the offense of unlawful use of a means of transportation, a Class 5 felony. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 19th at 8:30 and March 23rd at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this morning on your own recognizance. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim. No drugs without a valid prescription. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Marquise Jackson, please, and then Kelvin Kennedy. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Marquise Jerome Jackson,
And Mr. Jackson, what is your date of birth?
11/29/1983.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor, disorderly conduct, fighting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 19th at 8:30 and March 23rd at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this morning on your own recognizance. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. You're also going to need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. All right, now you are also here because on the probation thing, you are currently on probation in your case CR 2006-008392. In that matter, your new charges for which you were arrested yesterday would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation of your probation case. In your probation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you in your probation case on your own recognizance as well. Again, you do need to go to all your hearings, and you need to, because if you don't, a warrant may issue for your arrest. Also, you're going to need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release, okay? All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer, has your
Thank you,
paperwork.
ma'am.
All right, Kelvin Kennedy and then Nicholas Estrada. Yes, I'm sorry. We can totally do the LEP next. Okay. So what we're going to do, Mr. Kennedy, and then we're going to do 18. All right, Mr. Kennedy, go ahead, state your name.
Kelvin Kennedy,
All right, and Mr. Kennedy, what is your date of birth?
2/28/54.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of disorderly conduct, fighting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and assault, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. Based upon the nature of those charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you this morning. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on March 24th at 9 a.m. in the Peoria Municipal Court. Will you go to that?
Yes.
All right, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you in this matter on your own recognizance.
Thank you.
You do need to go to your hearing. If you don't go to your hearing, a warrant may issue for your arrest. Not to have any contact with any alleged victim. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. You're also going to need to obey the terms of any order against harassment that has been issued or may be issued, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork.
Okay. Thank you, John.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good morning, interpreter. This is Commissioner Campbell. Can you hear me?
Yes, Commissioner, I can hear you. It's just that
All
there's
right.
a little delay, but don't worry, I'm able to hear you.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started, please. If we could have Jose Ruelas, please. Ruelas.
Okay. Sí, podemos tener al señor José. Acérquese, por favor.
All right, Mr. Ruelas, go ahead, state your name.
Señor, por favor, diga su nombre completo.
Okay. José Gregorio Fernández Ruelas.
José Gregorio Fernando Solas.
And Mr. Ruelas, what is your date of birth?
Y señor, dígame cuál es su fecha de nacimiento.
Diciembre 6 del 88.
December 6, 1998.
All right, sir. You are here on two matters. We're going to talk about your 25 case first, and then we're going to talk about your new charges.
Okay. Muy bien. Usted está aquí por dos cuestiones. La primera es por el caso de 2025 que hablaremos primero y luego hablaremos de los otros cargos.
All right. You are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest based upon your failure to appear in your case number.
Okay. Muy bien. Indicarle que la Corte Superior del Condado de Maricopa en este caso emitió una orden para su arresto, por eso está aquí, basado en su falla a comparecer en su número de caso.
And that case number is CR 2025-149325.
Ese número de caso es CR 2025-149325.
In that 25 matter, a decision should already have been made about whether or not you are entitled to have an attorney appointed for you. So I'm not making that decision again this morning.
Okay. Indicarle que en respecto a esa situación del caso del 2025, esta decisión ya debería estar hecha. Acérquese usted puede estar al lado para poder tener un abogado, y por lo cual no se va a hacer esa decisión de nuevo esta mañana.
In your matter, I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Okay. Muy bien, indicarle en este caso de que voy a colocar audiencias para ese caso, marzo 11 a las 8:30 y marzo 13. En este caso también a las 8:30. Ambas se van a llevar a cabo en la Corte Superior de Maricopa en el centro.
In your 25 matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500.
En su caso del 25, colocó una fianza asegurada por comparecencia de $500.
All right, now you are also here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony.
Indicarle que también está acá porque el día de ayer fue arrestado por posesión de drogas peligrosas, un delito grave de clase 4.
I did find probable cause for that violation.
Encuentro causa probable para esa violación.
I am appointing you an attorney and I am setting 3 hearings in your matter.
Le voy a colocar un abogado y también se van a colocar 3 audiencias en respecto a esa situación.
The first on March 11th at 8:30, then on March 12th at 1:30 p.m., and finally on March 13th at 8:30 a.m., all in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Indicarle que se coloca una en marzo 11 a las 8:30 de la mañana, otra en marzo 12 a la 1:30 p.m. y otra en marzo 13 a las 8:30 de la mañana, todas a llevarse a cabo en la Corte Superior del Condado de Maricopa en el centro.
Because you were on release in your case CR 2025-149325,
debido a que usted estaba en libertad en el caso CR 2025-149325.
on the date of offense for your new felony charge,
en la fecha de la ofensa del nuevo cargo para el nuevo delito,
I am holding you non-bondable in your new matter.
se le coloca como no posible para colocarle fianza en su nuevo asunto, su nuevo caso.
All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork for you.
Adelante, vaya a la izquierda, el oficial le va a dar su papeleo.
Thank you.
Interpreter, thank you so much for your assistance this morning. We really appreciated it.
Thank you for choosing us. Have a wonderful morning.
Thank you. All right, Nicholas Estrada, please. All right, Mr. Estrada, go ahead, state your name.
Nicholas Christopher Estrada,
And Mr. Estrada, what is your date of birth?
06/01/1981.
Thank you. All right, and in the event that you weren't here at the beginning, I'm going to remind you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say could be used against you. You are here on 2 matters. We're going to talk about your, you have a case with an offense date of January 2nd of 25, and then you have a newer matter. So we're going to talk about the older matter first, then we'll move forward in time. All right, you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a direct complaint matter. That direct complaint alleges that on or about January 2nd of 2025, you committed the offense of misconduct involving weapons, a class 4 felony. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In this first matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. Now, you are also here because you were arrested on charges of murder in the first degree, a Class 1 felony, armed robbery, a Class 2 felony, and kidnapping, a Class 2 felony. Based upon the information in the Form 4, I am finding probable cause for all of those violations. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. On these new charges, I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1 million. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain pretrial release conditions, including electronic monitoring. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to have any contact with any co-defendant. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. You're also not to have any contact with any next of kin. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officers have your paperwork for you. All right, we do have 2 house calls. Our first house call is Bryce Williams. Mr. Williams' date of birth is November 4th of 1990. Mr. Williams is here because the Casa Grande Justice Court issued a warrant for his arrest. This is a failure to appear warrant dated April 23rd of 2025. In this matter, he is not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for him this morning. However, he can, of course, retain an attorney at his own expense to represent him. In this matter, I am setting a hearing on March 10th at 8:30 in the Casa Grande Justice Court because my intention is to release Mr. Williams on his own recognizance. If anything changes after I talk to Mr. Williams in-house, I will update my written order in this matter. Just a second. Williams. All right, our next house call is Milana Charlie. Miss Charlie's date of birth is November 20th of 2023. In this matter, Miss Charlie was arrested yesterday on charges of burglary in the 3rd degree, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing her an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In Miss Charlie's matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. Again, as with Mr. Williams, if anything changes after I talk to Miss Charlie in-house, I will update my written orders in those cases. All right, William Mayers, please. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
William Salas Mares,
And Mr. Morris, what is your date of birth?
August 21st, 2005.
Thank you. All right, sir. I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I am going to remind you, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say could be used against you. All right, you are here because you were arrested on charges of murder in the 1st degree, a Class 1 felony, armed robbery, a Class 2 felony, kidnapping, a Class 2 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your matter, I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1 million. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1 million. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain pretrial release conditions, including electronic monitoring. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to have any contact with any co-defendant. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. You're also not to have any contact with any next of kin. We do need to reprint that, but we will reprint that right now and get that brought out to you, okay? All right, go ahead, have a seat. Could we update that real quick, Sonia? And I have re-signed it. All right, and that does bring us to the end of the 2 a.m. initial appearance calendar. And we are going to go ahead and stand adjourned until 5, and we are off the record.
Pretty sure this one's to get ready for TSA, but I don't have any so far.
No.
Mel, quick question.
Who gets these envelopes, Mel? Sorry? Who gets the pre-trial envelopes? Oh, I was marking them. They told me not to, but I can mark it for you. Okay, this time, as we put it.
Yeah, we
together,
just had
we
them.
just don't know who, oh, well, I have to go through. They girls told me, don't mark them, we're not supposed to mark. And I was marking it, so I thought it was easier. It is easier. But some firms do, they attach it to, but you don't separate, you put everything together, but they're separating. How do you guys want me to do it? Huh? How would you do it? Is it time?
All right.
All right. Get up, ladies. Good. Good standing, the commissioners in the court.
All right, thank you. You may be seated. All right, good morning. My name is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell, and this is the 5 a.m. initial appearance calendar for March 5th, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling you up individually. When your name is called, please proceed to the podium. At the conclusion of your matter, officers will have paperwork for you. That paperwork will contain my complete orders in your case. It will also contain the dates, times, and locations of your future hearings. I now need to read a victim's rights advisement. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. All right, we are going to go ahead and start with Selena Palmer, please, and then James Montilla.
Montilla, you have to be in the Palmer, enter the courtroom, stand behind the great podium, please.
All right, Ms. Palmer, go ahead, state your name.
Selena Palmer,
And Ms. Palmer, what is your date of birth?
December 3rd, 1988.
Thank you. All right, ma'am, you are here on two matters. We're going to talk about your new case first, then you have a 2015 probation case we're going to talk about.
Okay.
All right, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of a forged instrument, a Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $7,500. Now, you are also here because you are currently on probation in Pinal County case CR 2015-03790. In that matter, Pinal County has issued a warrant for your arrest based upon allegations that you violated your probation in that case. In that matter, I am indicating that an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be on March 10th at 8:30 in the Pinal County Superior Court. In the Pinal County matter and pursuant to the Pinal County warrant teletype, I am holding you non-bondable. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officers have your paperwork. James Montilla, please, and then Ariana Parsley. All right, Mr. Montilla, go ahead, state your name.
Excuse me?
Can you state your name? Your name.
James Montilla,
And Mr. Montilla, what is your date of birth?
10/15/64.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested on charges of aggravated assault, 2 counts of aggravated assault, class 3 felonies, 1 count of aggravated assault, a class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony, 1 count of disorderly conduct involving weapons, a class 6 felony, and 1 count of assault, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Having reviewed both the Form 4 and the victim statement in this matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $75,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain pretrial release conditions, including electronic monitoring. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. You are going to need to, obey the terms of any order of protection and order against harassment that has been issued or may be issued. All right. Mel, can we reprint that one, please?
Which number, ma'am?
6. All right. Now, you are also here because you are currently on probation in your case, CR 2014-157409. In that matter, your new charges, your new charges would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation of your existing probation case. In your probation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your probation matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Now, in the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you, you are on probation, so you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. You also need to make sure you go to all of your hearings, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officers have your paperwork. Ariana Parsley, please, and then Cesar Sanchez. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name.
Ariana Parsley,
And Ms. Parsley, what is your date of birth?
November 4th, 2007.
Thank you. All right, ma'am, you are here because you were arrested on charges of possession of a prohibited weapon, a class 4 felony, discharge of a firearm within city limits, a class 6 felony, carrying a deadly weapon, person under 21 years of age, a class 6 felony, and 5 counts of endangerment, a class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $15,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're also not to have any contact with any co-defendant. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork. Cesar Sanchez, please, and then Crystal Wallace. All right, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Second. All right. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Cesar Garcia Sanchez, 5/18/1990.
Thank you. All right, sir. You are here because a bond surrender has been sought by your bail bond company in your case involving, well, you've got two charges. So you have got your probation violation matter, which is CR 2023-142617. Let's just go ahead and start with that one. In that one, the court has already determined whether you are or are not entitled to have a court-appointed attorney, so I will not be making that finding again at this hearing. You will need to attend the following hearings, one on March 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. To be released, you will need to repost the $500 secured appearance bond in this matter. When you are released, when you are released, you must comply with the following release conditions. You're not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You're not to possess any weapons. No drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're also going to need to continue to provide proof to the court of your local address, and you're going to need to provide a 10-print fingerprint at the arresting police department. All right, now you are also here because a second bond surrender has been sought by your bond company, in your case involving the following charges: possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. This is case CR 2025-007738. In this matter, as with the previous one, the court has already determined whether you are or are not entitled to a court-appointed attorney, so I will not be making that finding again at this hearing. You will need to attend the following hearing, on March 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. To be released, you will need to repost the $10,000 secured appearance bond in this matter. If and when you are released, you must comply with the following orders. Again, you're not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You must continue to provide the court with proof of your local address. And you must submit a 10-print fingerprint at the arresting police department. Now, in both of these cases, because you are on probation, in the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step left, officer has your paperwork. Crystal Wallace, please, and then Trent Dossett. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name.
Crystal Marie Wallace,
And Ms. Wallace, what is your date of birth?
6/23/95.
All right, ma'am, you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a direct complaint matter. That direct complaint alleges that on or about October 16th of 2025, you committed the offense of theft of a means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Pursuant to that direct complaint warrant, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you're not to contact any alleged victim. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. You would also need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Trent Dossett, please, and then Cindy Busick. All right, sir, go ahead and state your name.
Trent Dossett,
And Mr. Dossett, what is your date of birth?
June 21st, 1963.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest based upon allegations that you violated your probations in your cases CR 2021-00608 and CR 2021-01180. In both of those matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and in both of those matters, I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your 2020 case ending 0608, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In your 2020 case ending 0118, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $200. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you, you are on probation, so you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. You also need to go to those hearings on the 11th, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead, step left. Cindy Busick, please, and then Logan Conway. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name.
Cindy Busick.
And Ms. Busick, what is your date of birth?
August 26, 1970.
Thank you. All right, ma'am, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest based upon your failure to appear in your matter CR 2025-139383. In that matter, a determination should already have been made about whether or not you are entitled to have an attorney appointed for you. So I'm not making that decision again this morning. You may, of course, always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you do need to go to your hearings. All right, go ahead, step to left.
Hey, what's the date today?
It's the 5th today, ma'am.
I have to go to jail for this.
I'm sorry, what?
I have to go to jail for this.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
I have to go to jail for this.
I can't understand you.
What are you
I have to
asking?
go to jail for this.
You're going to jail unless you can pay your bond. Here's your paperwork. And keep where you were.
All right, Logan Conway, please, and then Armando Sanchez. All right, go ahead, state your name.
Logan Conway,
And what is your date of birth?
July 5th, 1996.
Thank you. All right, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest based upon allegations that you violated your probation in your case CR 2824-117297. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm also setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you do need to go to those hearings on the 11th, and you would also need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. All right, go ahead, step to left.
Thank you, ma'am.
Armando Sanchez, please, and then Andrew Lamb. All right, Mr. Sanchez, go ahead, state your name.
Armando
And what's your last name?
Sanchez,
And Mr. Sanchez, what is your date of birth?
June 2nd, 1995, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, so you are here because the White Tank Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest. This is an initial arrest warrant based upon allegations that on or about February 28th of 2026, you committed the offense of resisting arrest, passive resistance, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I'm going to ask you a question based upon your striped top. Are you in custody on any other matters other than this one?
No, Your Honor.
This is the only thing holding you here?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, give me just a second. No, we're going to need to update this. All right, so what I'm doing, sir, is if you were going to be here on some other matter, I would put a placeholder bond in your case to give you credit for time served. But because you're telling me that this is the only thing holding you here, my intention is to release you on your own recognizance.
He's the page 3 from OJ.
Oh, so you are here on something else?
I was not aware of it. They just told me that
Did they pick you up from OJ?
That's my.
Okay, so you have something else. So because you have something else, if I put a $50 secured appearance bond in this White Tank Justice Court case, there is the potential that you could get credit for time in custody on that case. Is that what you would like to do in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Give me a second. Redo my stuff. Never mind with the reprinting, though. Never mind with the reprinting. Nope.
Wait, did we change that?
No, we did not. Sorry. All right. All right.
Logan Conway
Everything is the same. Give me just yes.
and Dr. French, but, I have four.
Yes, but then he told me that he is in custody on, it turns out he is in fact in custody on something else. I mean, you can reprint it just in case I didn't say exactly the same thing I said before. All right, sir. Actually, Mel, let's go ahead and reprint it just so everything matches. All right, sir. I actually am appointing you an attorney for limited representation regarding the bond issue only, because as we discussed, I am setting a $50 secured appearance bond as a placeholder bond in an attempt to get you credit for time in custody on this white tank matter. I am setting a hearing on March 10th at 8:30 in the White Tank Justice Court. All right, we did need to reprint that. How are we doing on the reprint? Okay, we're reprinting it. Give us just a second. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork. Andrew Lamb, please, and then Gabriel Fierro. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Andrew Lamb,
And Mr. Lamb, what is your date of birth?
September 17th, 1989.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of criminal trespass in the second degree, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that because of the nature of those charges. You're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you this morning. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on March 24th at 1:30 in the University Lakes Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this morning on your own recognizance. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. I understand you've been trespassed from ASU. Don't go back.
Okay.
You're not to initiate any contact with the alleged complainant or witness. All right, go ahead, step to the left,
Thank
officer,
you.
has your paperwork. Gabriel Fierro, please. All right, sir, go ahead and state your name.
Gabriel Fierro,
And Mr. Fierro, what is your date of birth?
3206.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of disorderly conduct, fighting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you let me back up. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 24th at 9 a.m. in the Santan Justice Court. Will you go to that?
You said the 24th, 9 a.m.?
9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, based on your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this morning on your own recognizance. You do need to go to that hearing. If you don't go to that hearing, a warrant may issue for your arrest. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're going to need to obey the terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been issued or may be issued. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. If you presently reside with any alleged victim, you must find an alternative residence.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork. All right, and that does in fact bring us to the end of our in-person matters. We do have 5 house calls this morning. Our house calls are not able to be with us because they are a danger to self, a danger to others, or not otherwise able to function for purposes of being in the courtroom this morning. Our first house call is Daniel Dorgan. Mr. Dorgan's date of birth is February 25th of 1987. Mr. Dorgan is here because he was arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, temporary disfigurement, a class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Mr. Dorgan's matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. In the event he is able to post that bond and secure his release, he's not to initiate any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. He's not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. All right, our next house call is Alex Kindelay. Mr. Kindelay's date of birth is November 23rd of 1995. Mr. Kindelay is here because the Pioneer Justice Court issued a warrant for his arrest based upon his failure to appear in his matter involving misdemeanors in their court. To the nature of those charges, he's not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for him this morning. However, he may, of course, retain an attorney at his own expense to represent him. I am setting a hearing on March 10th at 8:30 in the Pioneer Justice Court. My intention at this time is to release Mr. Kindelay on his own recognizance. If anything changes, I will update my written order in his case. Our next house call is Paul Owens. Mr. Owens' date of birth is May 30th of 1993. Mr. Owens is here because he was arrested yesterday on disorderly conduct involving weapons, a class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Mr. Owens' matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. Our next house call is Wendell Ward. Mr. Ward's date of birth is March 23rd, 1972. Mr. Ward is here because he was arrested on charges of aggravated assault, class 4 felony, and criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 and March 13th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In Mr. Ward's case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. In the event he is able to post that bond and secure his release, he would be subject to pretrial services, alcohol, and drug testing. All right, our last house call is Pedro Fajardo. Mr. Fajardo's date of birth is November 24th of 1992. Mr. Fajardo is here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for his arrest based upon allegations that he violated his probations in his cases CR 2024-123-506 and CR 2024-122417. In both of those matters, I am appointing him an attorney, and in both of those matters, I am setting hearings on March 11th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In Mr. Fajardo's matter ending 3506, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. And in Mr. Fajardo's matter ending 2417, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. In the event Mr. Fajardo is able to post his bonds and secure his release, I will remind him, in addition to going to his hearings, he would also need to contact his probation officer within 72 hours. All right, that does in fact bring us to the end of our 5 a.m. initial appearance calendar, and we are going to go ahead and stand adjourned until 8 a.m., and we are off the record.
You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's March 12th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $250. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. This is from like 2022. I thought that I was actually off of probation because she was going to take me off early because I was doing so well. This is my first violation since I've been out. And I'm asking if I can please be OR'd. I have a brand new job that I just got promoted. I'm a manager now. I have a house. I'm doing amazing, sir. I just really would like some leniency, please, if I could get OR'd so that I can make my job and not lose my home.
So ma'am, unfortunately, I am not the one who set this warrant. It's your probation violation judge that set this warrant. And in terms of the reasons why, I'm not sure if you've been in touch recently with your probation officer. 2, 3, 4 separate dates, including this year. You did not reside in a residence approved by the Adult Probation Department, and you possessed or used an illegal drug or controlled substance on or about January 12th of 2026. It was for those reasons that your probation officer filed that petition to revoke. They filed that on February 17th, so that was just a couple weeks ago. So ma'am, for those reasons, because there's probable cause here, going to affirm the bond set by my colleague in probation violation court. So your next court date again is going to be March 12th. That's when you can see your probation violation judge and talk to them about either getting that bond taken away or trying to get off probation at that time and see what they're going to do.
It does say on my paperwork out there that my bond is $100. Is there a way that we can maybe get it down to 100 so I can get out and keep my job? Please, sir.
All right, I'm going to look at some more paperwork. Go ahead and have a seat. I'm going to recall your matter. Dante Marshall Garcia to the podium, please.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi, name and date of birth, please.
My name is Dante Marshall Garcia. Date of birth is 5/28/1983.
Thank you. You're here today on a court warrant and a municipal court warrant. Let me start with your justice court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is March 10th at the Arrowhead Justice Court. I'm going to reduce this bond down to $100. You also have a municipal court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is March 10th. This is at the Surprise City Court. I'm going to affirm that bond set by the judge out there. It's a $50 secured appearance bond, so total $150 secured appearance.
I have a quick question.
One second, sir. If you're able to bond out on both matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you cannot drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. What was your question, sir?
If I have the bond money on my property, how may I go about doing that?
Yeah, so sir, my understanding is unfortunately, because it's in your property, you don't have access to it until you get out. And so what's probably going to happen is someone's got to pay it for you, and then you got to pay them back.
Okay. So that's pretty much, I just make a phone call, get a bond out, and I'm out of here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then they got to pay, whoever pays it, they got to pay it at 4th Avenue Jail.
At 4th Avenue Jail?
That's where they pay the bonds.
Okay.
Any other questions, sir?
I just can't leave without the bond?
Yeah. Sir, I already, let me see, your justice court warrant, sir, was originally $812, and I reduced it down to $100.
Okay,
That's
thank you.
That's the best I can do for you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Sure thing.
All
right, go ahead and step to your left, sir. Ms. Dane to the podium again, please.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, where are you working?
Well, Genix.
When did you start working there?
I started working there, it was January of last year. But I did stop working for a little bit because I do have colon cancer. So they just brought me back on December 3rd. And then I got promoted. And I have a home in my name now, sir. I'm doing a lot better. I did have that one mishap where I was with my kids' father, and there was some drug paraphernalia in his car that I did get charged for or whatnot. But I've corrected those mistakes and not been hanging out with him at all. I've been going to work, and I've been doing everything, my due diligence of what I'm supposed to do. I honestly have text messages and everything.
Ma'am, hold on here.
To my PO.
Yeah, so I'm looking at your notes here. So it says that on December 18th, it says you were let go from Denny's. That was December of last year. No mention of that other place you mentioned. Also states that on November 3rd, 2025, you were still looking for stable work. This is what you told your PO on November 3rd, 2025.
Right.
And
then I got back on December 3rd.
Yeah, but that was at a Denny's. No mention of that other company that you just mentioned.
No, I never worked at Denny's. I never.
This is what you told your probation officer.
I've never worked at a Denny's. I was trying to work. I put in an application. I never actually got a job at Denny's.
On December 18th, she was let go from Denny's because she was unable to produce a food handler's card in 3 days. She later found out that he was only allowing her to work to help her
That's why I
out.
didn't get the job, yeah. That's why I didn't get the
But
job
you
because I
were-
couldn't get a food handler's card.
Right, but you worked there for 3 days.
I didn't work. They didn't let me actually go on. They wouldn't actually let me work. They said I couldn't do it without that food handler's card. So I didn't actually get to work. I didn't actually get to get a paycheck. Because I was trying to do like some
You were laid
part-time.
off, ma'am, hold on, please.
I'm
You were
sorry.
laid off on July 8th, 2025 from somewhere. On 6/17, she was laid off for her job, does not know that she can make rent. So, ma'am, I'm not sure if I believe you about what you're telling me about your work history that you just told me.
It's because I was in a hospital. That's why I wasn't able to work. I have Crohn's, colitis, and colon cancer, sir. So, like, I have a lot of issues with my digestive tract, and so I'm not able to be at work. That's why they let me go. But now that I've gotten my Humira and my medicine, that my injections in my stomach and stuff approved and everything, that I have not been having the issues that I was having. So I'm now back on, and it's been since December 3rd.
And your last contact that your PO ever had with you was on February 12th, attempted field contact, no answer at apartment, lockbox present on door to residence, unable to see
Yes, I've moved from there.
Yeah, and when you're supposed to move, you're supposed to contact your PO.
I did. I'm telling you, I have the
There
text
is
messages
no
and everything, sir. I do. I've contacted her. I've called and everything. I thought that I was honestly off, but I figured I had to sign something, right? So because our last message was me giving her my certificates because I'd done some treatment on my own. I went and did my own treatment out here because I did almost relapse over a year ago. It was right when I first got out. I started doing treatment, and then I went back in again and started doing treatment again. And so I had enough to be done with all my community service. So she told me that she was going to try to get me off early, and she said that it's looking pretty good. So
ma'am,
yeah.
I have every single note from your probation officer here, and there's
From
no
Chelsea.
mention of any of that.
From Chelsea.
Yeah, I have every
Yes.
single note, and there's no mention of anything that you just told me.
So if you were to call her right now, she'll tell you it's true. I assure you, I'm not here to lie to you, sir. I've done my worst in the past. I'm just trying to do better now.
Ma'am, there's nothing that you've told me in person here that's corroborated by anything that's here in the paper by your probation officer.
I don't know why, and I was having trouble with work. Like, I did tell her that, and I don't know if she just put something in there, but I'm telling you, I was upfront with her every time, and I did go see her every single month. This is my first violation.
At this point, so your next court date's gonna be March 12th in the downtown
Yes, sir.
Superior Court. I'm gonna reduce it down to $150 secured appearance. If you're able to post that bond, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Ma'am, I reduced it. You asked me to reduce it, so I reduced it, okay? So it's $150 secured appearance bond. Most important thing, if you bond out, you gotta contact your PO within 3 days. Okay, ma'am? Ivan Cano to the podium. Joseph Miles to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
Cano, 12/7/91.
Full name, please.
Ivan Cano.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 38 counts of organized retail theft, class 4 felonies, 1 count of shoplifting with an artifice, class 4 felonies. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are March 19th and March 23rd in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be some conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're going to have an electronic ankle monitor, and you're going to be on home arrest. You're not to return to the scenes of the crime. No contact with any victims or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You may not enter any Home Depot stores or their premises. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you understand you're going to be in home arrest and you cannot leave your home?
Yes.
Do you promise to appear on March 19th and 23rd in the downtown Superior Court?
If I get out today, yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, it's your responsibility to call them once you're out of custody. You have to call them during normal business hours. If you fail to call pretrial services, you'll end up back here. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, please step to your left for your paperwork. Joseph Miles to the podium. Amber Gallenbush to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Joseph Miles, September 12th, 1988.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for taking the identity of another Class 4 felony, 2 counts of shoplifting, Class 5 felonies. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are March 19th and 23rd in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're going to have an electronic ankle monitor. You're not to return to the scenes of the crime. No contact with any victims or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You may not enter any pawn stores or their premises. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
You promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Promise to appear on March 19th and 23rd in the Downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, it's your responsibility to give them a call once you're out of custody. You have to call them during normal business hours. If you fail to call them, you'll end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Any questions for me?
I do. Can I get a work release? Like, am I able to go to work with this? I've been with the same company for 8 years. I do welding and line board machining, and I have 4 kids and a wife at home. I am a sole provider.
Sir?
Yes.
What do you mean a work release? I'm releasing you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You said the ankle monitor.
You have an ankle monitor.
And home arrest, so I wasn't sure.
I didn't say house arrest, but you're going to have an ankle monitor, sir.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Any other questions for me?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
Amber Gallenbush to the podium. Tambala Gustav to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Amber Gallenbush, 11/16/82.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, shoplifting, and Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are March 19th and 23rd in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You may not enter any Walmart stores or their premises. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
You promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Promise to appear on March 19th and 23rd in the Downtown Superior Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
Upon a promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. Ma'am, it's your responsibility to call them once you're out of custody. You got to call them during normal business hours. If you fail to call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Please step to the left for your paperwork. Tambala Gustav to the podium. Jessica Reyna to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
October 23, 2002.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
October 23, 2002.
Your full name, please.
Tambala Gustav.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for aggravated DUI, Class 4 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are March 19th and 23rd in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be some conditions to your release.
Okay.
You're going to be placed on supervised release. You're going to be alcohol tested and monitored. Testing will be weekly and random. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You cannot operate any type of motor vehicle. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Promise, sir.
Promise to appear on March 19th and 23rd in the Downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
I don't own any weapons.
You can't drive a car. How are you going to get to court?
I'll be taking an Uber or city bus.
Okay. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, it's your responsibility to call them once you're out of custody. You have to call pretrial services during normal business hours. If you fail to call them, you'll end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yeah, quick questions. Do you guys have the number for me to call?
I do, but do you understand if you don't contact them, you'll end up back here? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Their phone number is going to be in an envelope with your paperwork, so that's where the information is going to be, okay?
Okay.
Any other questions for me?
No.
All right. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Jessica Reyna to the podium. Wesley Van Hosen to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
My name is Jessica Maldonado Reyna. My date of birth is August 20th, 1994.
Thank you. You're here today on a justice court warrant. I'm not assigning you an attorney because of these types of charges. You don't get a free attorney. You can hire your own attorney if you want one. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
I need to hear yes or no.
Yes.
All right. Your next court date is March 25th at the Maryvale Justice Court. Upon a promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be some conditions to your release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey every order of any court. Do you understand these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
You promise to appear on March 25th at the Maryvale Justice Court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue another warrant for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No, sir.
Do you also understand that this is probably the last time you're going to get OR release? If you're back here again on this warrant, you're going to get a bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any, upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions for me?
Is this about the domestic violence classes?
Yes.
Yeah, because
And the failure to pay.
I don't.
Because you have to pay for those classes too.
No, I know. I have been paying them. I've been going to them. It's just sometimes I didn't have money and I just I would have to pay the $65 again.
I understand. You just have to keep on going, okay?
I will.
Any other questions?
No, that's all.
All right, thank you. Please
Thank
step
you.
to your paperwork. Wesley Van Hosen to the podium. Dominic Salido to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Wesley Van Heusen, 11/29/85.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your last name.
You did right.
You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for misconduct involving weapons, a Class 4 felony, failure to admit to carrying a deadly weapon, Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. Sir, I'm not assigning you an attorney because at this time I'm not finding that you're indigent based upon the information that you gave to your...
If I can make a quick comment?
On that, go ahead.
On that specifically, I get paid on Wednesdays, and every Wednesday for the last 3 Wednesdays, I've been getting my entire account drained, all my account, BMO, Chime. I've changed my card every single day for the last 3 days. I've identified the people. I've done the most. And it's a huge problem in my life. And then now I'm getting this thing that happened.
All right.
Okay, that's just it.
All right. So at this time, sir, I'm not finding that you're indigent. But between now and your next court date, if you find that you can't hire your own attorney, would you please let the next judge know that you need an attorney appointed for you? Would you do that for me?
I will do that, sir. Thank you.
All right. Upon your next court dates are March 19th and 23rd at the Downtown Superior Court.
Okay.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be some conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir. I have a prescription for substances, the only thing.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
I do.
Promise to appear on March 19th and 23rd in the Downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
I absolutely understand it.
Do you have any other weapons you need to give up?
I don't have any other weapons I need to give up.
All right. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, it's your responsibility to give them a call once you're out of custody. If you fail to call pretrial services, you'll end up back here. Do you understand that?
I do.
Do you have any questions for me?
The allotted amount of time required for me to contact pretrial services is 72 hours. Is that correct?
No, sir. I'm ordering that you call them as soon as you're out of custody.
Okay.
All right, sir?
Yep.
Any other questions?
Not at all.
All right, thank you. Please
Thank
step
you.
to your paperwork. Dominic Salido to the podium. Yunling Liu to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Dominic Montoya, January 16, 2003.
Is it Dominic Montoya Salido?
Yeah.
All right. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for theft, a Class 3 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are March 19th and 23rd in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be some conditions to your release. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you promise to appear on March 19th and 23rd in the downtown Superior Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, please.
What if I work at AutoZone?
You still work there?
Well, I don't know if I still work there, but
Sir,
if I
you probably
do...
don't work there anymore, but at this time, sir, I'm ordering that you not go back there because they're the victim in this case. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any other questions for me?
No.
All right. Please make sure to show up to court, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and step to your left for your paperwork.
It'll be on the...
All the dates and the information are on there, sir. Yunling Liu to the podium. Isaiah Perez to the chair, please.
Community restitution, detention service.
Hi, is this the Mandarin interpreter?
Yes, sir. This is the Mandarin interpreter. My name is Ariana.
Okay, can you hold on one, please? We're getting an echo. We're getting an echo.
All right, sir.
Madam interpreter, are you on a speakerphone?
No, sir. I am on a headset.
1 second. We're trying to get rid of an echo here.
All right, sir. I think we're connected to some other phone.
Hi, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
We're connected to some other lines, and the other line is using a speakerphone.
Okay, we'll try to proceed, and hopefully the echo isn't too bad. Okay, I'll be speaking to the defendant now. Would you please state your full name and date of birth?
好的，请问一下你的名字还有出生日期。
我姓刘，刘云玲，68年4月3号。
This is the interpreter. Could I verify her name one word at a time?
Sure.
Thank you. 你说你姓刘，叫刘什么玲？
刘云玲。
刘云玲，好，谢谢。My last name is Liu and first name is Yun Lin. Date of birth is April 3rd, 1968.
Thank you. You are here on a new case in the Superior Court.
好，谢谢你。您今天来这里呢，是属于是一个新的案子，然后现在你所在的地方是一个高等法院。
You have been arrested for 4 charges.
你被逮捕是因为有4个指控。
2 counts of prostitution, Class 1 misdemeanor.
那2个指控是属于你卖娼，那这个卖娼是属于2个小型的罪行。
1 count of an employee of a house of prostitution, Class 1 misdemeanor.
那另外一个指控呢，是你让员工是有卖淫的性交易， 是住在你的地方？
我没有性生活，对不起。
I don't have any sex life. I'm sorry.
Finally, one count of illegally conducting a business, Class 4 felony.
那最后一个指控是非法的营业，它是属于第4等的罪行。
I have found legal cause for this case to proceed.
那我已经有找到这个案子呢是有合法的理由可以继续的往前推行。
I'm assigning you an attorney.
我现在指派一个律师给你。
Your next court dates are March 11 and March 13 in the Downtown Superior Court.
你下一个上庭的日期是在3月11号以及3月13号，在Downtown 这个地区，属于高等法院。
I'm setting a all-cash bond of $50,000.
那保释金是必须要现金，全部总共5万块钱。
If you're able to pay that bond and are released, you will be on supervised release and you will have an electronic ankle monitor.
如果你有办法去支付这个保释金，然后被释放出来的话，你将会被监控，而且会带电子的监控器。
我是受害。
I'm a victim.
Furthermore, if you are released, you are not to return to the scene of the crime and no contact with any co-defendants.
如果你被释放出来，你不能够回去犯案的现场，你也不能够与其他被告者有任何的联系。
You are also not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
而且你不能够携带任何的武器、毒品，或者是任何的与酒有关系的饮料。
You must also surrender any and all passports at your next court date.
而且是在下一个上庭的日期的时候，你必须要提交进来你的任何护照。
I understand that you have some things to say, but please save those comments for your attorney.
我知道你有话想说，但是你想说的话，留着跟你的律师说。
But do you have any questions for me?
请问你有没有任何的问题想问我？
我想问一下，我也是受害者，我又不是老板来的，我只是一个打工的。
I wanted to ask you that I am a victim. I'm just an employee. I am not the employer.
Ma'am, that's something you need to tell your defense attorney, but do you have any questions for me?
女士，这个是你跟你的被告律师谈的事情，但是你有没有问题要问我？
我今天可不可以打电话给我家里面呢？ 我想叫我妹妹帮我请个律师。
May I call my younger sister today? And I want to ask her to hire an attorney for me.
Ma'am, there are phones in the facility that you can use to call your sister. I will remind you, though, that they only take collect calls.
女士，你所被拘留的地方，这个设施是有电话可以使用的，但是我要提醒你，这通电话必须要对方支付方式，接受对方支付才能打。
那我要通知他们帮我赔钱啊！我不通知他们怎么帮我赔钱？
I need to talk to them to ask them to pay for the bond. Otherwise, I don't have any other ways to contact them.
Again, ma'am, you can use those phones in the facility. You are not allowed to use your own personal cell phone because it's in property.
女士，我说过了，你可以使用你所在的被拘留设施那边的电话去，可以使用电话去打出去，但是你不能够用你个人的手机，因为这个人手机已经被没收收藏起来。
好。
Oh, all right.
Thank you, and please go to your left for your paperwork.
Okay.
好，谢谢，请到左边去拿你的文件。
Okay, thank you for your help, Madam Interpreter.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you so much for using all services, and have a good day.
Thank you. Isaiah Perez to the podium. Deputy, could you please come up and get him his headset?
Thank you, man. Oh.
Hi, would the interpreter please announce again?
Pavel Canizales, Spanish interpreter.
Thank you. Sir, could I please have your full name and date of birth?
Isaías Vega Pérez. Fecha de nacimiento es July 675.
Isaías Vega Perez, date of birth July 6, 1975.
Sir, you've asked to use the Spanish language interpreter. If you would like to use them, all of your answers must be only in Spanish. Could you please repeat your date of birth?
El 6 de julio del 75.
July 6, 75.
Thank you. You are here on a new case in the Superior Court, and you are also here on a fugitive of justice warrant. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 6 felony, and criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are March 11 and March 13 in the Downtown Superior Court. At this time, I'm setting a placeholder bond of $50. You also have a fugitive of justice warrant. This is another term for an extradition warrant. It appears as if the state of Illinois would like you transported back. So at this time, they have asked for a $25,000 secured appearance bond. You currently have a fugitive of justice hearing set on March 16th in the Downtown Superior Court at 1:30. If you're able to bond out on both your matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you're not to return to the scene of your arrest. Sir, did the deputy give you a white card to read in Spanish?
Sí.
Yes.
Did you have a chance to read that card, and did you understand it?
Sí. Pero, ¿qué es? Brian, ¿no? O a usted.
Well, is it to her or to you?
But she's gonna be my, ella va a ser mi, translator, ¿no? Mi, ¿correcto? So, el caso de Illinois, right? You would say something in Chicago?
For
Que
the,
eres
for
un
the case
DUI
you wanted.
driver. Let me tell you something. Sí, yo nunca he estado en Chicago.
I've never
Nunca
been in
he,
Chicago.
no conozco Chicago. Lo conozco, pues, pues, como todo lugar, pero no, en persona nunca he ido. Y yo considero que alguien usó mi identidad o mi nombre para... Y eso ya se cubrió, ya lo cumplí.
Well, I've never been, I don't know Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. Well, in person, I know it from what I've seen. So it's someone is used my identity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir, I'm going to ask that you not speak anymore because I have some more information to tell you. What you are telling me is something that you need to tell the judge at your fugitive of justice hearing. At this point today, I'm just here to tell you what your bond is and what your next court dates are. The fugitive of justice hearing is there for exactly the reason of what you're telling me today. You can fight that extradition at the fugitive of justice hearing. And so at this time, because you also have a pending felony matter here in Maricopa County, I'm going to affirm the extradition hearing currently set on March 16th in the downtown Superior Court. I'll remind you, you also have a new case here in Maricopa County, and those court dates are March 11 and March 13. Your total bond between both matters is $25,050 secured appearance bond.
Wait.
Sir, I know you have some things to tell me about what you believe should happen in this case. But again, that is going to be for March 16. Do you have any questions for me?
No sé cómo, es difícil de creer este caso de DUI en Chicago, porque no conozco Chicago y no sé.
It's hard to explain or understand this DUI case in Chicago because I don't know Chicago.
Sir, again, this is something you need to explain to the judge on March 16. But I'm asking you if you have any questions for me today.
So yesterday, ayer, I've been sick in my stomach. Estoy enfermo, ¿verdad? Estoy enfermo un poco estos días. No me siento bien y por mala suerte pasé en el lugar, trespassing, donde no debía pasar y el oficial llegó y pues, they don't give me a chance, so they believe me. Reconozco que era malo, ¿no? Mm-hmm.
I've been sick, and I was just passing by, and I was I understand, and I acknowledge, and the police came by, and I acknowledge.
Sir, it doesn't sound like that you have any questions for me. So at this time, I'm going to affirm those dates. If you want to please go ahead and step to your left for your paperwork and wait for 1 second because you'll have more paperwork printed for you. Thank you for your help, Mr. Interpreter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Attorney FOJ? While we're waiting for the last of the paperwork, I have to visit two individuals back to their cell that pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. Keaton Kotkis, date of birth 11/28/1997, here in the municipal court, new case, arrested for criminal damage, class 1 misdemeanor, disorderly conduct, class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning an attorney. Next court date's March 11th at the Buckeye City Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $500. If he's able to bond out, he's not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Must obey any orders of protection, cannot live with the alleged victim, even if they're the owner or renter of the property, may have no contact with the victim whatsoever. Nicholas Coleman, date of birth 8/24/1980, here on a Superior Court new case, arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, class 4 felony, aggravated assault, class 5 felony, obstructing government operations, a class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning an attorney. Next court dates are March 11th and 13th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $10,000. If he's able to bond out, pretrial services supervision. After return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. After visiting with these individuals back to their cell, if I make any changes to these release conditions, I'll come back on the record to make those changes. This concludes the 8 a.m. calendar.
All rise.
All right, thank you. Please be seated. Right. Can the interpreter hear me?
Good morning.
All right, good morning. And I think we probably have to do consecutive because we've got more than one person, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. This is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for March 5th, 2026.
Este es el calendario de la comparecencia inicial del día de hoy, 5 de marzo del 2026.
The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 2 a.m. calendar on the 1st of the month will also apply to these hearings.
Las órdenes emitidas el 1 del mes con respecto a la toma de huellas dactilares y muestra de ADN aplican en todos los casos.
All right. Before we begin, I'm going to read the victim's rights advisement in the event there are any victims observing the proceedings, either from here at the jail or remotely.
Antes de comenzar voy a leer la lista de los derechos de las víctimas en caso de que estén escuchando de manera remota.
If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights
under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at all court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling, and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you've not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office.
Si usted es la víctima de un delito, de un caso pendiente en este juzgado, se le informa que tiene derechos según la ley de Arizona, que entre otros incluye el derecho de ser tratado con justicia, respeto y dignidad, a un juicio sin demora, estar presente en diligencias judiciales, elegir si quiere ser entrevistado o no por el acusado o el abogado del acusado, a ser escuchado antes de que el juez tome decisiones de liberación, negociación de un convenio, citación e imposición de la pena y a recibir reparación de daño de la persona que fue condenada por haberles causado una pérdida económica. Si todavía no ha recibido los derechos, la lista de los derechos de las víctimas, pónganse en comunicación con la Procuraduría del Condado.
All right, sir, may I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Señor, nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
Martín Arevalo Guzmán. Mi fecha es mes 4 de 5, 1962.
Martín Arevalo Guzmán, 4/5/1962, Maria Court, Court Interpreter's Office.
All right, thank you. Sir, you have been arrested on new allegations of aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. That's a Class 4 felony. And driving on a suspended license, that's a Class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for these offenses, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date will be a status conference March 11th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing March 13th at 8:30 in the same court. The address is on your paperwork. Based on your criminal history and what you're accused of now, bail is set in your case at $5,000. That is secured. If you post that, you will be released to pretrial services with alcohol testing and monitoring. You may not have any contact with any alleged victim in the case. That would be whoever else was in a collision with you. They may be entitled to restitution in your case. No contact with the arresting officers, no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving at any time. Your complete conditions are in writing. If you'll please step to your left, the officer is going to give you a copy. Thank you. Yeah, oh, we need to print one, officer, will get it to you. All right, Mr. Fernandez Varela?
Señor Fernández Varela, pase al podio y póngase los audífonos.
Hello, sir, may I have your full name and your date of birth? Oh, give me a second there. He's still messing with it.
Noé Fernández Varela, 8 de septiembre de 1983.
63.
83.
Noé Fernández Varela, September 8, 1983, Maria Court, Court Interpreter's Office.
All right, thank you. Sir, you are here on one new case and a warrant in a different case. Beginning with your new case, you've been arrested for driving on a suspended license. It is a Class 1 misdemeanor, and there is probable cause for it. This case will be heard in the Encanto Justice Court with an arraignment hearing on March 10th at 8:30 in the morning. That court address will be on your paperwork. There was a warrant out for your arrest in a different case for the same type of offense, driving on a suspended license, a Class 1 misdemeanor. This warrant was issued on December 4th of last year by the Country Meadows Justice Court. Your court date there is an arraignment hearing, March 10th at 8:30 in the morning. Your bond in each case is $150 secured for $300 total. If you do pay the bond and are released, you need to call one of these courts and ask for your court date to be rescheduled. I must set them for the same date. I'm not able to change that. If you don't bond out, then you will have video court for both cases from the jail on the same day, and you'll have a lawyer there to represent you on the question of the bond only. You're not otherwise entitled to a lawyer in this type of case. You do have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense or to represent yourself. Your complete orders are in writing. Again, your bond is $300 secured total. If you bond out to comply with all of your conditions, that includes no driving without a valid driver's license. If you please step to your left, the officer has your paperwork. Thank you. All right, and if the interpreter could make a general call before I let you go.
Yes. Mari, ¿hay alguien más que necesite intérprete en español? Si es así, levanten la mano. Any hands?
No hands? Nope. All right. Have a great day, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And sorry? I saw that. Okay, yeah. Counsel, who are you here for?
Sophia Mead.
Mead. Okay, let's start with Ms. Mead's case, please. Ms. Sophia Mead. I'm sorry? Oh, where she comes. Okay. And then after that, I think the other counsel's still talking to his client, so we'll go with Mr. Klaus after that. All right. Good morning, ma'am. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Sophia Mead, April 6, 1978.
All right, and then the appearance of the state.
Thank you, Your Honor. Brooke Vaughn on behalf of the state.
And the defense.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joshua Fisher, appearing on behalf of Ms. Mead.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Mead, you've been arrested in one new case, and you have a probation hold in your probation case. So starting with your new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol, alleged both as with a third or subsequent DUI within a specified time frame. That's a Class 4 felony. Also, by committing that offense in a vehicle without an interlock device when you've been ordered to have one, that's a Class 6 felony. Finally, endangerment as a Class 1 misdemeanor. Before I move on, counsel, did you want to be heard on probable cause, not release conditions, just PC for the new arrest?
Your Honor, I've reviewed the Form 4, although it is scant on information. For instance, there's no alcohol concentration through even a PBT. It does appear that based on balance and coordination issues, along with a limited HGN test, there's probable cause to...
Okay. All right. And I agree with me. Based on what the police have submitted, there's probable cause for purposes of this hearing for these offenses, and that would be the DUI while impaired to the slightest degree. They've made probable cause for that, which, as I'm sure your lawyer has told you, is not a terribly high standard at this stage of the proceedings. So I do find probable cause for all three of these allegations. All right. Now, I'm not appointing a lawyer for you because you have hired Mr. Fisher, and this is the full case. Okay. And Mr. Fisher, is your firm representing her in the probation case also?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I am going to... Can we, well, we can reprint at the end, but I'm going to not appoint a lawyer in your probation case, which is unusual because the public defender usually triages conflicts. Hold on, I'm having trouble changing this. There we go. Okay. All righty. So, ma'am, you're also here on a probation hold. That means the probation department is notifying you and the court that they will be filing a petition to revoke your probation based on this new arrest. That filing will happen between now and your next court date. You'll get a copy of that petition from your lawyer. All right. Now, your next court dates, I'm going to give you in a moment. First, I need to decide release conditions, so I'm going to start with the state's recommendation.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's asking for a $15,000 secured appearance bond, and if Ms. Mead is able to post that, we'd ask for alcohol testing and monitoring, along with the judicial prohibition of operating a motor vehicle. The state's major concern here is that Ms. Mead has multiple prior DUI convictions. She, in fact, is on probation for misdemeanor DUI and felony endangerment at this time. She allegedly ran into the back of a victim's vehicle while she was driving while impaired. We are concerned that she is a significant safety risk, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Fisher.
Thank you, Your Honor. First, let me start by saying Ms. Mead is a over 20-year resident of the community. She has significant ties. She lives in the Phoenix area with, her mother also resides in the area, and she has two teenage children, both attending Seton Catholic Prep. She co-parents her two teenage children with her former spouse. They share 50-50 custody. She's also the owner of 3 nursing homes in the Valley, so she has significant employment here as well and economic ties to the community. So she really, truly does not represent a flight risk. With respect to release conditions, Your Honor, we're suggesting pretrial services with alcohol monitoring would be more appropriate, given she doesn't represent a flight risk. If the court's inclined to impose a bond, we'd ask it be somewhere in the neighborhood of a $5,000 secured bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Ma'am, I've considered what has been alleged against you in this new case and your history of drunk driving offenses, and the court is very concerned about public safety and believes that bail is appropriate in your case. Right now, you are not being accused of causing that collision. You're not here in an aggravated assault charge. So I am considering your history of drunk driving, what the court does in similar cases. The court finds that the appropriate bail in your case, this case, we haven't talked about the probation case, that's $5,000 secured with alcohol testing and monitoring and a strict prohibition against driving. Did you want to be heard on that, Counsel Fisher? This court intends to prohibit your client from driving, valid license or no.
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You may not drive, ma'am, for any reason at any time.
Even if your license is...
Right. Your lawyer can, you talk to your lawyer about a motion to modify that, but I am, as of this moment, prohibiting you from driving at all for any reason, valid license or not.
Understood.
All right. And so then let's talk about the probation case. Counsel, for the state, did you guys file a specific rec on that?
We did not, Your Honor. We're not taking a position in regards to the probation.
All right. Mr. Fisher.
We'd ask for a nominal bond, given the $5,000 in place. We'd like to make sure she's obviously getting credit while she's in custody, but we feel that the $5,000 would be more than sufficient to cover both cases.
All right. Ma'am, the court has considered the situation in your probation case as well. And when somebody comes in repetitively on this type of offense, the court has rather extreme public safety concerns that we do these cases also for people who hurt and kill others with this exact kind of behavior that's alleged against you. And so in the probation case, this court believes it's appropriate and consistent with the public safety risk. I'm not worried you're going to flee either. I'm worried you're going to drive drunk and kill someone. So the court believes bail is appropriate in your probation case, that the standard for withholding bail entirely is that you will in all reasonable likelihood be revoked to prison in the probation case. I don't think it's likely that you're going to be revoked to prison in the endangerment case. If you're convicted in the Class 4 case, presumably you already know the mandatory minimum 4-month prison sentence if you are convicted in the new case. But this is the probation case. I don't think you're necessarily going to be revoked. I also think there's ample evidence that you are substantially non-compliant with probation and the bail is appropriate to secure the public safety portion of that. So the court is going to set bail in your probation case at $2,500 secured. That is $7,500 total. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to order the alcohol testing in both, just so that it's consistent. I don't want probation to be confused about that, and it can be conducted by your probation officer. Let me make that clear. Put the supervision for alcohol testing and any other purpose in this case. Okay. I think we're working on changes to the basic release order that'll make clear that assigned probation officers can also just handle the pretrial supervision if that's what the probation department wants. So I just put a note in. I'm going to put it in bold, Katrina. So in your probation case as well, I'll say. So it's pretrial services unless and until they tell you it's your own probation officer. In the meantime, call everybody they tell you to call. We're going to give you an envelope with instructions for pretrial services. Just go ahead and call that. They'll see my order and they can decide. My guess is they're going to have your PO do it. But that would make more sense, but. Okay, I just want to make sure that you're testing. Okay.
But you'll need to call your PO either way.
Okay, that should be consistent.
Your PO's name.
Okay. All right, anything further from this? No, wait a minute. Don't put it yet. Try to be consistent. All righty. Put the driving in there. No. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do the no driving order in the probation case because if the main case goes away, we'll probably drop the probation. I'm going to just keep it consistent. No driving. Okay. All right. I just want these to be consistent release conditions. So if the main case isn't immediately filed, you can talk to your lawyer about how that works. Highly likely the petition will go away at least for now, and then all of these orders go away. But just stay in touch with your lawyer. He can give you advice on when and if you don't have to comply with that anymore. Okay. All right. We're just going to get that printed. We'll get each of you a copy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. And
future court dates will be on the order, right?
It will. I apologize. Your court dates are for the new case, status conference March 11th, and that's Wednesday. Prelim March 13th. Those are both at 8:30 downtown. And then the probation court date right now is in between March 12th at 8:30. That's the Thursday, also downtown. The addresses will be on your paperwork. They will likely come together in the system very soon. But until they do, you've got 3 court dates next week. But keep in touch with Mr. Fisher. He'll let you know the status. All right. Okay, we're going to get you copies. And then, sorry if you don't have a room for you to use unless you want to use the other. Just talk to the DOs.
That's okay. Maybe I could just have a word with her over in the corner.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, officer, they've got fresh orders. Okay, there we go. All righty. And so, counsel, are you ready on, is it Gora?
Gora, yes, Judge, we're ready.
All right, let's go ahead on that, please. Oh, and I saw there's a page 2 for somebody, huh? Okay. All right. Sir, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Brady Dora, 4/28/87.
Thank you. And the appearance of the state?
Thank you, Honor. Brooke Gonabath, the state.
And the defense?
Good morning, Your Honor. Chris Colbert from Mr. Gora.
Thank you. And Mr. Colbert, was that for the whole case?
We did a limited, but I believe we will probably do the whole case on, I think the third-party family members are working out the agreement.
Okay, and I don't think, he's not really on the bubble, so, okay, all right, understood. Okay, Mr. Gora, you have been arrested on new allegations. They are aggravated assault by impeding breathing or strangulation in a domestic relationship. That's a Class 4 felony. Criminal damage alleged currently as a Class 2 misdemeanor, and preventing the use of a telephone during an emergency, that's a Class 2 misdemeanor. Before I move on to release conditions, counsel, did you want to be heard on probable cause?
No, Judge.
All right, then, Mr. Gora, based on what the police have presented, the court does find probable cause for these offenses today. And so let's move on. I'm not appointing a lawyer for you because you don't financially qualify. So you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense or to represent yourself. I'm going to give you your court dates in a moment. First, I'm going to hear the state's recommendation.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's asking for a $25,000 secured appearance bond. Our understanding, it doesn't appear that Mr. Gora has any prior criminal history. However, given the serious nature of these charges, the fact that there is a domestic violence element, the victim was injured and sought medical treatment, and I apologize, I did misstate. I think he may have at least one prior misdemeanor conviction, although I don't know the exact nature of that. But again, because this is a domestic violence offense involving choking or strangulation, which the court knows has the lethality that is associated with that type of conduct, we are significantly concerned for the victim's safety. I think it's also should be noted that in the Form 4, the victim whispered something to a woman that she had just recently met at the bar, that she was concerned that Mr. Gora was going to allegedly kill her, and that's why law enforcement became aware of the situation. So given all of that, we do think that there is a safety risk and think that that bond's necessary. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ken.
Yeah, I would ask for nothing more than pretrial services release. This incident occurred at the casino, not at anyone's home. They do not live together. Both of them were drinking to excess that night, which probably plays a large role in what both parties say happened. He does, again, run a business and has significant ties to the community. He has been a prior client of mine. He does not have a misdemeanor conviction that I'm aware of. So he's always maintained good contact and does have good community ties. So I would ask for nothing more than pretrial services release.
Okay, thanks. Just so you're clear, what I see is he had a misdemeanor DV arrest in 2025, does not appear to have progressed to a conviction. On New Year's Day of 2015 in Minnesota, he was arrested for drunk driving type offenses, appears to have pleaded to careless driving with a conviction January 1 of 2015 out of Minnesota. So that's not anything that moves the needle in any direction for the court, but there's one on there. All right, Mr. Gora, I have considered what has been alleged against you in this case and the potential for risk to the alleged victim, as well as your relative lack of criminal history and the recommendations of the lawyers here in court today. And there are a number of red flags for domestic violence and potential violation of release conditions and victim or witness intimidation. The prevention of intimidation and the protection of people in the community is a constitutionally recognized purpose for bail in this case, and the court is concerned about that. Now, on the strength of the impeding of breathing or blood flow, which is an element of the offense, there is probable cause. There is not what I would call, at this moment in time, a strong weight of evidence regarding the impeding of the blood flow or the breath. There is an allegation of choking, but that can include things that fall short of the impeding of breathing or blood flow. So balancing all of those things, the court believes that bail is appropriate in your case because there are some factors involved in the allegations that would strongly suggest the type of domination and control behavior that causes people to violate release conditions or commit domestic violence while the case is happening. But given the strength of the evidence at this moment in time on the strangulation, there is a potential, unlawful imprisonment charge, but they didn't book you for that. So there is only the one felony that they booked you for, which is the strangulation. And so the court is going to balance all of those factors and set bail in your case at $10,000 secured. You do have to wear an ankle monitor, though. The court wants to keep you away, unequivocally away from the alleged victim. You will alcohol test for us to prove that you are not drinking. Do you think did your client have any belongings at the casino?
Yes, he does, Judge.
Okay. So let me just add that, because I did include my standard language which says you can't reside where the victim resides. If you do, you have to find an alternative residence. I'm going to leave it in there because that's sort of a safety net for the court. If you don't live with her, then that doesn't apply. But I do need to say that you can do a civil standby at the casino because otherwise I don't want you going to the casino.
He's been trespassed by law enforcement at the casino, so we talked about that. I think he's going to make some arrangements with family members to go get
That's
stuff.
the easiest thing, yes. But if you can't, then the only way you can physically go is on the civil standby. But if you have a family member who can peacefully go, that is probably much easier. I just like to have it in there, if you need it, is permitted to collect coins from the casino. Okay. Let me see if that will save. Okay. Absolutely no contact with the alleged victim. Don't respond to contact from her, nor from the witness that they've talked about. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. If you get served with an order of protection, you have to comply with that as well. And that's going to make your court dates. Wednesday, March 11th, 8:30 in the morning. That's your status conference with a preliminary hearing. Friday, March 13th at 8:30. Those are going to be in the downtown Superior Court, and the address is going to be on your paperwork. Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
And the defense?
No, Judge, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And counsel, if you want to keep using the conference room, you're welcome to. We've got a long way to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
And can I be excused, Your Honor?
Oh, yes. Let me let you get out of there before I call the next one. Oh.
page 2, I
So, that's cool.
Thank you. Yes.
I know, I just need to grab something. Okay, 1 second. And then we're going to do next Mr. Klaus and then Mr. Taylor.
You want them in now, or? Judge?
Yes, yeah, that's fine, thank you. Okay, that's page 2 is done.
Okay.
All right, so may I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Joel Michael Claus, 9/15/1988.
Thank you. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia and endangerment, those are Class 6 felonies, and possession of an open container of alcohol in a vehicle, which is a Class 2 misdemeanor. Based on what the police presented, there is probable cause for all of those crimes. I am appointing a lawyer for you. I'm setting your next court date as a status conference this Wednesday, March 11th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, and your preliminary hearing will be Friday, March 13th at 8:30 in the same court. In between those two, on the 12th, which is 1 week from today, 1:30 in the afternoon, you're going to have a bail eligibility hearing in this case because you're not eligible for bail today. You have come in with probable cause for new felonies while you have any pending felony case. The law says I cannot give you bail today. I have to hold you for a bail hearing. So your bail hearing will happen in 7 days. It is an evidentiary hearing, so on your paperwork it will say evidentiary hearing. The purpose of it is bail. You may or may not be found eligible for bail next week, but you're not at all eligible today. You will be held without bond in this new case. If you'll step to your left, I'm going to give you a copy of your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Taylor? And then Alan Rude, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Trevor Lee Taylor, 8/29/91.
All right, thank you. You're here on 2 things. One is a new criminal complaint filed against you here in Maricopa County. The other one is a failure to pay warrant and a misdemeanor from Pinal County. So I'm going to start with the new case here in Phoenix. You have been now formally charged by the county attorney's office with 2 counts of aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs as Class 4 felonies, 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, also a Class 4 felony. There is probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference this Wednesday, March 11th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court with a preliminary court date of preliminary hearing of March 13th at 8:30. That's next week. Now, your case has a timing issue that right now is going to operate somewhat harshly. And it is that these offenses were alleged to have been committed in a window of time in which you had an open and pending felony case. You had not been sentenced yet. You've since been sentenced, then you went on probation. And I looked at your probation notes because I was curious. And it looks like you're doing okay on probation.
I'm doing really well.
But here's the ugly surprise. The Arizona Constitution is very clear, and the statutes. I have to hold you without bail today, just like the last guy, because of the timing. These felonies, you are accused of committing them at a moment in time when you had an open and pending felony case. And that's when the no bond law kicks in. So you're going to get the bail hearing, like I said. It wouldn't surprise me, if maybe something more favorable could happen at that hearing, but you need to talk to your lawyer about that. It's up to the court at the next hearing, not the next one, but the bail eligibility hearing, to decide whether you may or may not be eligible for bail. So I saw that you have a job. It appears valid and verified that you have a job. And I am sorry to tell you it doesn't make any difference. other than I regret that. I mean, I see you're even wearing the thing from it. I hope that they're patient with you, to give you some time to take care of this and maybe get out of custody. But you need to talk to your lawyer about that. So, you're going to have 3 court dates. The first one, this is in this aggravated DUI case. The first one is Wednesday, March 11th at 8:30. It's a status conference. Your preliminary hearing will be Friday, March 13th at 8:30. The middle hearing is your bail hearing, March 12th, 1:30 in the afternoon. It's called an evidentiary hearing on your paperwork. That's your bail eligibility hearing. It is an evidentiary hearing. If it goes forward, they will take evidence because it's to test the strength of the state's evidence. Talk to your lawyer on the 11th about what will happen at the bail hearing on the 12th. But until that time, you do not have bail in this new case. So, the other one is from Pioneer Justice Court in Pinal County. It is a failure to pay or failure to comply with sentencing in a misdemeanor DUI case that you've already been convicted of. So I'm going to schedule your arraignment hearing there for March 10th at 8:30 in the morning in the Pioneer Justice Court. I'm just going to set what's called a placeholder bond. It's $50. Don't post it. It's just to make sure you're eligible for credit for time in custody in the Pinal case, because you'll still be in custody. So everything I just told you is on your paperwork. Your PO will find out that you got arrested on this direct complaint, but you're not going to go to probation court because this doesn't violate your probation. At the moment this is alleged to have happened, you weren't on probation, so it's not a violation of your probation. It's a little worse for a week, for sure.
That's great.
You can talk to your lawyer about that, okay? All right. If you'll step to your left, you get your paperwork. All right, Mr. Rude. That is John Segovia. We go to the chair, please. Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Alan Bradley Rood, 12/31/87.
All right, thanks. You are here on a warrant from the Pinal County Superior Court and one from the Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm going to start with your Pinal case. You are on probation out of Pinal County, and there has been a petition to revoke your probation filed there. On April 10th of 2024, they issued a warrant for your arrest in that probation violation case. So I'm going to let them know they should appoint a lawyer for you. I'm giving you a court date of March 10th at 8:30 in the morning in the Pinal County Superior Court, and I am affirming that court's no bond order under Rule 7.2C. They've already ordered that you are to be held without bond. This court affirms their order under Rule 7.2C. All right, in the Maricopa County case, it is a warrant for failing to appear at a status conference in a case in which you've been charged with criminal trespass in the first degree, alleged 1 count as a Class 6 felony, 1 count as a Class 1 misdemeanor, but both criminal trespass. The date on this one is April 23rd of 2024. You've already had a lawyer appointed in this Maricopa case. Your next court date will be a status conference March 11th at 8:30 in the morning with a preliminary hearing March 13th at 8:30 in the morning. Your bond in the Maricopa County case is $2,000 secured with written release conditions that include don't go to the scene of the alleged crimes and no victim contact. But you're still held no bond in the Pinal case. You do have a bond in this case. So they operate independently. If the Pinal case goes away for any reason, then you could bond out in this case. All right. You do have a lawyer in the Maricopa case, and you'll be back in court next week. If you step to your left, you have your paperwork. Thank you. All right, Mr. Segovia, and then Alina Antonescu, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
John Segovia, August 14th, 1997.
Thank you. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for aggravated assault by the impeding of breathing or strangulation in a domestic relationship. That's a Class 4 felony. Possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, also a Class 4 felony. And unlawful imprisonment, a Class 6 felony. Based on what the police presented, there is probable cause for all of those allegations. Your next court date is a status conference this Wednesday, March 11th at 8:30 in the morning with a preliminary hearing on Friday, March 13th at 8:30 in the morning. Based on what the police have alleged against you, there is a strong weight of evidence against you for this strangulation and many red flags regarding future domestic violence in violation of release conditions. You also have a weapons prior, and police allege they can put you in possession of multiple weapons in this case. So, based on all of those things, the court sets bail in your case at $25,000. It is secured. That means you can use a bail bondsman. If you post it, you will be on pretrial services release with an ankle monitor and alcohol testing. The purpose of the ankle monitor is to keep you away from the alleged victim. Absolutely no contact with her. You may not respond to contact from her. Yeah, you cannot live where she lives. You can do a civil standby with law enforcement, but you may not physically go to that location unless you bring an officer with you to keep the peace while you collect your belongings. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. If you get served with an order of protection, you have to comply with that as well. Everything I just told you is on your paperwork. If you will grab your hat and your paperwork, you can step out to your left. Thank you. Ms. Antonescu? And then Chad Romero, we go to the chair. Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
29 January 88.
Are you Alina Antonescu?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You are here on a warrant from the Pima County Superior Court. That's down in Tucson. And this warrant was issued on December 8th of last year. And it is in a case in which you have been charged with theft as a felony. Your next court date will be in the Pima County Superior Court, March 10th, which is this Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. The address in Tucson is on your paperwork. I am affirming the bond set by the Pima County judge. That is $15,000. It is secured. You can use a bail bondsman. If you post bond, you must attend every court hearing or you will not get that bond money back at the end of the case. You may not go to the scene of the alleged crime. You may not have any contact with any alleged victim or arresting officer or co-defendant. Everything you need to know is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, the officer's got your copy. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Romero? And then Stephen Coates, we go to the chair.
Romero, please go ahead and stand here.
Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Chad Austin Romero, 11/6/1988.
All right, thank you. You're in a new case. You were arrested for allegations of trafficking and stolen property in the second degree, a class 3 felony. Burglary in the third degree, a class 4 felony. Possession of both dangerous and narcotic drugs, those are class 4 felonies. Aggravated criminal damage by defacing a house of worship, that is a class 6 felony. Possession of burglary tools and possession of drug paraphernalia, those are both class 6 felonies. Finally, criminal damage and driving on a suspended license as class 1 misdemeanors. Based on what the police presented, there is probable cause for all of those crimes. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be a status conference this Wednesday, March 11th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing March 13th at 8:30 in the same court. Based on your criminal history and the apparent very strong weight of evidence against you in this case, bond is set at $15,000. It is secured if you post it. You may not go to the scene of the alleged crimes. That would include wherever you were allegedly scrapping or trading in the backflow protectors, and the church where you were allegedly cutting them off, or any other location involved in this case. No contact with the alleged victims, nor with any co-defendant you may have. You may not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. If you'll step to your left, they have your paperwork. Mr. Coates. And then Christopher Williams, we go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Stephen Harold Coates, 7/7/1949.
All right, thank you. Mr. Coates, you are here on a new case. You were arrested for aggravated assault as a class 3 felony. I forgot. I'm going to need to reprint this one. Impersonating a peace officer, a class 4 felony, and unlawful imprisonment, a class 6 felony. And I do find probable cause for the aggravated assault with the gun, that's a class 3 felony, and the unlawful imprisonment, the class 6 felony. I don't, for purposes of this hearing only, find probable cause on the impersonating a peace officer allegation because they accuse you of stating that you were a retired peace officer, which is not, I read the statute. The statute doesn't cover that. So even though I would find, That fact would meet several other elements of that felony statute. It doesn't appear to encompass impersonating a retired peace officer, which you may actually be, I don't know. But so I don't find probable cause for the impersonating police officer offense for purposes of this hearing only. It's not dismissed. The county attorney will decide whether they go forward on that charge or not. All right. You do not financially qualify for court-appointed counsel. Let me double-check your financial profile. Okay, we're getting a little, maybe let's wait to reprint. I am going to appoint a lawyer for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're on the bubble, and I didn't check before I got that far. Sorry, guys, we'll just wait until, make sure I don't do it a fourth time. Okay. All right, I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court dates will be a status conference Wednesday, March 11th at 8:30 in the morning, followed by a prelim on Friday, March 13th at 8:30 in the morning. Those hearings are next week. They're in the downtown Superior Court, and the address will be on your paperwork. Based on what has been alleged against you, the court believes the state's recommendation is appropriate. Your bond is $15,000. It is secured. That means you can use a bail bondsman. If you bond out, you must comply with all of your written conditions, which include no contact with the alleged victim. You may not possess any weapons. Possess means in your house, under your dominion and control. So I would assume they probably seized the weapon that they allege that you had yesterday. But if you have any other weapons in your house, you need to get them immediately into someone else's possession where you do not live. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Everything you need to know is going to be on your paperwork. We do need to reprint it. What's your question?
I have a concealed weapons permit issued by the DPS and so forth.
This overrides that.
Does it? Okay.
100%, sir. Yeah. This is, yes. That doesn't move the needle at all in terms of the public safety risk. So you are prohibited from possessing any weapons while the case is pending. Possess means exercise dominion and control. So even if you have weapons in your house, they are in your possession at this moment in time. Many people think possession means in your pocket. It does not. It means over which you exercise dominion and control. So fitting in a gun safe at your house is absolutely within your dominion and control. So you get them into someone else's house where you do not live. You could be charged with a new crime if you violate that order. Everything you need to know is going to be on your paperwork. We can now reprint it for the last time. So if you go have a seat out there, we'll send it out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just giving everybody trouble. Oh, okay. Mr. Williams? And then Nafisa Ali, will you please go to the chair? Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Christopher Allen Williams, July 31st, 1991.
All right, thank you. Here in a new case. You were arrested for first-degree criminal trespass of a residence. That is a Class 6 felony, and there is probable cause for it. I am appointing a lawyer for you.
Okay.
Your next two court dates will be next week. They are a status conference, March 11th at 8:30 in the morning, and a preliminary hearing March 13th at 8:30. This will be in the downtown Superior Court, and the address is on your paperwork. Bond is set in your case at $2,500. It is secured. If you bond out, you must comply with all of your release conditions. You may not go to the scene of the alleged crime. Absolutely no contact with the alleged victims. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Everything you need to know is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, the officer has that copy for you.
Okay.
Thank you. Ms. Ali, and then Jennifer Chavez, will you please go to the chair? Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Nafisa Ali, June 699.
Okay, thanks. You're here on 3 probation warrants. You're on probation for 2 felonies and 1 Class 1 misdemeanor. There were petitions to revoke your probation filed in all 3 cases back on October 20th of last year. The petitions allege that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get copies of those petitions from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you in all 3 cases. You have the same next court date for all 3 cases. It's March 12th, which is 1 week from today at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. It's a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. So your bonds in the cases are as follows. All right, number 31, I'm just going to affirm what the probation judge gave you. That looks like your oldest case. It's a $750 secured appearance bond. Then in the 2024 case, it is a $500 secured appearance bond. And finally, in the Class 1 misdemeanor case, it is a $250 secured appearance bond. So I believe that's $1,500 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions, and call your PO within 72 hours. They've got your paperwork.
No.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Chavez, and then Kevin Ponce, will please go to the chair. Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Jennifer Chavez, 124-2000.
Okay, thanks. You're here on one Superior Court arrest warrant and one from the Pioneer Justice Court over in Pinal County. Alrighty, in the Superior Court one, you have been charged in a criminal complaint with one count of prostitution as a Class 5 felony. I believe that's with priors. And the alleged defense date for that is December 17th of last year. And so I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you and give you a court date of March 11th. That's a status conference, March 11th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing March 13th at 8:30 in the same court. And in the Pinal County case, it is a post-conviction. I want to make sure. It's a post-conviction warrant in a case in which you've been charged with. Sorry, I get this tiny little print. It's theft and obstruction of justice by the refusal to provide a true name. And this warrant went out just February 26th of this year from the Pioneer Justice Court. Okay, in the Maricopa case, I think I told you your court dates. I don't remember, so I'm going to start over. Your court dates in the Maricopa case are a status conference March 11th at 8:30, preliminary hearing March 13th at 8:30. That's next week, and I did appoint a lawyer for you in that felony case. Your bond is $1,000 secured with written conditions in that case. And pretrial gave me a note saying that you are on probation out of Pinal County for a burglary charge. Right now, I don't have a probation hold on my calendar for Pinal. It doesn't mean that one isn't coming. So before you look into posting bond, you might want to double check with the DOs and make sure you don't have a hold, because that would stop you from getting released.
Okay.
So
I have,
check with them.
for this case, it's $1,000 bond.
Yeah, this one's $1,000. But I just wanted to warn you, you may end up with a Pinal County hold at the jail. But just before you actually post bond, maybe just check with the officers. So,
okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and then and so I've also checked the box to say call your PO within 72 hours of release. In this case, if you do get out
here or
for Pinal, were you being courtesy supervised here? Meaning, like, did you have a Maricopa PO?
I was unsupervised.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Then, yeah, if it was a misdemeanor, I don't know if it was the same case.
It's the felony. It's for the felony, correct?
Yeah, no, I don't have a Pinal warrant for any felony case. We're just a misdemeanor.
Oh no, the Pinal case is just for the theft, and it's for unpaid fine.
Okay, so there's confusion there.
Yeah.
Alrighty, but so you've got the $1,000 bond in the new Maricopa case. In this Pioneer Justice Court case, this is a theft and obstruction case. You've already been convicted. Your court date is March 10th at 8:30 in the morning over in Pioneer Justice Court. It's a $250 secured appearance bond, and I appointed a lawyer there for you just in the event you can't post bail. You're already convicted, so there's nothing else for the lawyer to do. But if you're unable to post bail in that case, they will give you a lawyer when you get there to help you with the bond issue.
For this whole case, it's $1,200?
$1,250 across the two cases.
Okay, $1,250.
Yeah,
okay.
Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to that, they'll give you that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Ponce, then Darrell Wallen, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Kevin Ponce, PONCE, 05/11/2004.
Okay, thanks. You're in two things. One's a new arrest. One is a warrant. In the new arrest, you're accused of reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for it. Your next court date is going to be an arraignment hearing in the El Centro Justice Court, which is downtown Phoenix, March 10th at 8:30 in the morning. The warrant is from the Arrowhead Justice Court. It is for criminal speeding, a Class 3 misdemeanor. You have not yet been convicted in this case. This is a failure to appear warrant. It was issued April 20th of 2023 by the Arrowhead Justice Court. All right. You have a $150 secured appearance bond in each case. That is $350 total. I'm going to give you the same next court date for both cases because if you don't post bond, they will do video court from the jail on the same day. That's why it ends up being the same date. If you do bond out, it's very important that you call one of these courts and get your court date rescheduled. I can't do it that way. We just have to let people know that if you do bond out, you need to pick one of these, call them, and let them know you're double booked. They should give you a different court date for that one. But it's March 10th, so it's Tuesday. That's 5 days from now. Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. Total bond, $300 secured. If you're unable to bond out, you will have a public defender at the next hearing to help you with the bond issue. You're not otherwise entitled to a court-appointed lawyer in this kind of case, but you will have one for the bond issue if you can't pay it. Everything's on your paperwork, okay? If you step to your left, you get a copy of that.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Got it for you.
Mr. Wallen, Darren Wallen. And then Audrey Rodriguez, we go to the chair.
Vaughn, go ahead and stand here.
Hello, hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Darrell Wallen, March 17th, 1975.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a probation warrant. You are on felony probation, and there was a petition to revoke your probation filed on October 29th. It alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get a copy of that petition from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you. You will go to the downtown probation court on March 12th, 8:30 in the morning, for a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. That is 1 week from today. The address is on your paperwork. You have a $250 secured appearance bond and written release conditions. If you bond out, be sure to comply with all of those. They do include calling the probation department within 72 hours of release if you bond out, and the number is on your paperwork. If you don't bond out, they'll take you to court next week. You'll see the judge, you'll see your PO, and your lawyer, okay? If you step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Ms. Rodriguez. And then Joshua Robinson. We go to the chair, please. Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Yes, Audrey Rodriguez, 09/22/2007.
All right, thank you. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for disorderly conduct with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument. It's a Class 6 felony. And disorderly
Your
conduct.
Honor, it was a...
Ma'am, oh, hold on. You're pretty young, I know. You're 18, and I don't think you've been arrested before. So let me finish this part, and then I'm going to give you a Fifth Amendment warning. All righty. This is why you got arrested. You are accused, not convicted, you are accused of disorderly conduct with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, which is a Class 6 felony under Arizona law. You are accused of disorderly conduct by fighting or similar disruptive behavior. That is a Class 1 misdemeanor. Based on what the police presented, there is probable cause for this arrest. So I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you. You will have a lawyer to represent you in this case. And I'm going to set your next 2 court dates. The first is a status conference, March 19th at 8:30 in the morning. Your preliminary hearing will be March 23rd at 8:30. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court, and that's about 2 weeks from now. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to comment on release conditions after I tell you what I'm inclined to do. But I want you to remember that you have the right to remain silent about what you've been accused of. This hearing is being audio and video recorded, and the things that you might say could be used against you, either now or at any later hearing, including your trial in this case. And so I'll explain my reasons for my release conditions. You may decide that you don't want to say anything. And so why don't you wait and see? And then I want you to remember that a lawyer can tell your side of the story, and it can't be held against you. You just haven't met your lawyer yet. And so I know it can be hard because people want to tell their side of the story. But sometimes even just telling your side of it can end up being very incriminating in ways that if you're not familiar with the legal system, you might be badly surprised by. So I've given some thought to your case. The allegations, and I've considered the victim impact statement and the allegations. The court is concerned about there being a beef between people that might cause somebody to violate release conditions while a case is pending. There are allegations of ongoing harassment by you. So, also, you're 18. It doesn't appear that you've ever even been arrested before, and that this was not a real gun, and you're not accused right now of directly pointing it, just waving it around, which people like to call brandishing it in a way that made other people scared. So, balancing all of these things, It's my plan to give you a try on an ankle monitor and not make you post a bond.
Okay, yes, I appreciate that.
So the purpose of the ankle monitor is to keep you absolutely away from the alleged victims, and you can't respond to any contact from them. I don't have any power to order them not to be annoying to you. I do have the power to order you not to be annoying or harassing to them.
Understood.
So even if they start it, you're not legally entitled to respond. They can send you 15 ugly texts. You are prohibited from responding in a felony case, and responding could be a new felony, which makes your situation 10 times worse. So you can talk to your lawyer about these release conditions. Just don't violate them. I can't overemphasize how much you're risking if you violate a no victim contact order in this case. Don't do anything that could even get you accused of violating it, like using social media or, getting a third party to do it. Just don't play with it. That is what could land you back in jail, potentially on a new felony, and held without bond. It happened to two guys at the top of the calendar. I don't know if you were listening. Two guys got an ugly surprise today when they didn't get bonds at all. If you come in on a new felony, which could just be aggravated harassment, we will have to hold you no bond at this hearing. So, absolutely no contact with them, nor there's some witnesses, other people in the car. Right now, basically everybody in the other car is alleged to have been a victim. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. I should have said, I'm sorry, I'm going to reprint because I meant to, no simulated weapons. I want it to be really clear because what you're accused of is one of those look-alike guns. And just so you know, those look-alike guns, the legislature has included them in all of the major felonies. So if I were to point a look-alike gun at somebody and that person felt in fear for their life, it is the identical crime as if it was a real gun. I might not get the identical sentence, but I could. It's the identical crime. So let's see. I'm going to put, you may not possess any simulated weapons such as airsoft. Okay. Just so that it's very clear. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol, you're under 18. Everything else can be on your paperwork. Okay, we're going to reprint that. You have to wait around to get the ankle monitor on, but it is a weekday and it's the afternoon. So I have every hope and confidence that should be later this afternoon.
Okay.
And then just comply with the terms of the electronic monitoring program. It will be explained to you before you are released. But I do think high odds that you sleep in your own bed tonight. So stay away from them. Do not miss your court dates. Did you still want to say anything?
Yes, I just had a question. Would I have to, can I still go to work with the ankle monitor?
Yes. The point of it is that you can do all the things you would normally do. You just can't go anywhere near these people.
Okay.
And they'll figure out, an exclusion zone. It's basically, geofencing, et cetera. So go to work, go to school, whatever you need to do, just absolutely no contact with these alleged victims.
Understood.
Okay. All righty. If you'll take that paperwork, you step out to your left. And Mr. Robinson? And then Sabrina Dodson, will you go to the chair? Where's Mr. Josh Robinson? Oh, okay. I just didn't want to, there he is. Okay, never mind. Okay, thank you. You're good. Mr. Robinson, full name and date of birth, please.
Joshua Robinson, 4/30/97.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a new case. You got booked in for assault as a class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for it, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. No, wait, I'm sorry. I'm not, because it's a city court case. So the city courts, I'm going to release you, but I'm going to make some orders. And spoiler alert, I'm releasing your co-victim, co-defendant, but you're going to have keep-away orders. Mm-hmm. So, but your cases are going in the El Mirage City Court, and the city courts want us to wait and let them decide the court-appointed counsel question unless we're giving you a bond, and I'm not planning to give you a bond today. So you could theoretically get a court-appointed lawyer from the El Mirage City Court. You always have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense. So, but you can talk to the El Mirage judge about a request to appoint counsel from them. I'm just not doing it today. So hopefully that makes some amount of sense. You can hire a lawyer later this afternoon.
Yeah, right. It makes sense.
Okay.
Sorry, Your Honor. Do I have to proceed with that though? Like if I wanted if we wanted to drop everything, could we do that?
Yeah, no, I'll tell you a few things. Oh, okay. The pendency of the case, what happens with the case from here is gonna be up to the city prosecutor for El Mirage.
Okay.
They are gonna have a window of time to file this charge or not. It is not up to one another. There's no such thing, under the law of, I don't want to press charges. Nobody drops the charges except the state.
Right.
But they can be less interested in pursuing the charges if the victim is not interested in pursuing them. So that being said, let me just ask you, because I have kind of two choices in these misdemeanor cases where it's like mutual combat scenario. Sometimes I might be willing to let people continue to live together and have contact if both of them are in court, both of them agree, and I'm not personally worried about it. Your case with Mr. Jacobs is one of those where I would consider it if you both wanted to do it, and I'm seeing his face. So let me have you sit down, because there's a lot of talking that I got to do when I do that. So let me have you sit down. I'll do both of you guys together at the end. I was trying to separate you on the assumption that at least one of you would go, no.
No.
But yours is a potential case for that. So go ahead and have a seat. We'll do both of yours at the end, okay? So I can explain to both of you. All right, Ms. Dodson, Sabrina Dodson, and then Ali McKay, will you please go to the chair? Hi, can I have your full name and date of birth, ma'am?
Sabrina Dodson, 5/20/95.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and prostitution, a Class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is going to be in the downtown Superior Court, March 19th at 8:30 in the morning. That's 2 weeks from now. Preliminary hearing, March 23rd at 8:30. The address is on your paperwork, and you do qualify for release on your own recognizance. Just comply with your release conditions. Don't go to the scene of the alleged crime. That means that, the area where you were arrested. No weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. Just don't miss your court dates, okay? Both of these are probation eligible offenses. We're not seeing much, if any, criminal history for you. I see some arrests, but no convictions, just a couple of arrests. So mostly you just need to go to court, ma'am. If you miss court, there will be a warrant and you're going to get a bond. And that's how problems start compounding, is because people blow off court. So just go, okay? Everything's going to be on your paperwork if you step to your left. Mr. McKay? And then Dwayne Sims, will you go to the chair?
Go ahead, right here.
Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
My name is Ali Mackay, 10/21/2000.
All right, thank you. You're here on a new case. This is going to go out of the Peoria City Court. You've been accused of assault and disorderly conduct, both Class 1 domestic violence misdemeanors. There is probable cause for those. I'm not appointing a lawyer for you today because I am at this moment inclined to release you. Let me finish and then I'll let you talk. But you do have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense. Your case is going to happen out of the Peoria City Court. You could, as I told other gentlemen in a city court case, you can ask the Peoria judge to appoint you a lawyer, and it's up to them, but we're not doing that for you today. Your arraignment hearing will be March 24th at 9 in the morning. Now, as I said, I'm planning to release you with keep-away orders. You're getting the keep-away orders.
Yes.
You really, really want to tell me something. Do you remember that you have the right to remain silent, and I'm telling you that I'm about to release you? I could change my mind. I'm just saying, just so.
Yes, I understand.
Be careful what you say. What did you want to say?
Basically, man, I just feel like I was done wrong in this arrest because before I've called the cops on her because she destroyed my things, and I guess her judge told her to stay away from me, and she still came back to my house.
But you didn't call the police?
Yes, I did.
So Ms. McKay, I want you to try to, you need to focus on you today, okay?
Okay.
And anything that happened before, other cases, other people, unfair treatment, you need to set that aside for right now because none of that means a get out of court orders release card. It's not like I get to play the police did me wrong before, now I don't have to do what the judge says.
No, I understand.
So I'm sorry all that happened to you. None of that changes my orders. There is probable cause for this, and they allege there's a video. So even if every word you just told me is true, and it feels super unfair, and you hate this, and you're angry about it, okay, you're allowed. What you have to do is go to court and fight your case. not violate release conditions while you do it. That's why we have a court proceeding, because you are innocent until proven guilty.
I understand.
So even if you are incredibly angry about this case, that's okay. Go to court, okay? Don't miss your court dates. Don't violate release conditions. That's not a get out of release conditions free card.
Yes.
So focus on what's important right now for you, which is not getting arrested for violating my orders. Because if she calls the cops, if you were to violate it and she calls the cops, they could arrest you. And it wouldn't matter if you said, but the reverse thing happened to me and these guys didn't arrest her. The cops are going to say, we don't care, get in the back of the car.
Yes.
So just focus on complying, staying out of jail, okay?
Yeah.
So you can't have any contact with her
I haven't
or
been
her
there.
mom. I think it was her mom, as well as the witness and like the videographer. So no contact with them while the case is pending. Don't respond to contact from them. I don't have any power to order them not to contact you in this case.
Yeah.
I do have power to order you not to contact them, so don't. You can do a civil standby if you need to collect belongings from that location, but you can't live where the alleged victim lives. If you don't already, then you're okay. Have you been? Got stuff there?
It's my spot, and she's been gone from there for 2 months, but she came back.
So here's what I wrote. You can't live where she lives.
Okay.
If you presently live with her, then you have to find alternative residence. So it's sort of my cover all bases order, which is like, I don't know if she would say she lives there or not, but just know that if the police are called, they're going to read my order to try to decide whether you violated it. So be very sure of what you're telling me, and that she's not going to say that you do live there, because you could still end up arrested. Be careful to comply with release conditions to the best of your ability. So I just said you can't live where she lives. And was the scene of the alleged crime your house? Is what you're telling me?
Yeah, I pay all the bills there, ma'am.
Well, I'm not interested in who pays the bills. That's not relevant in a criminal
I
case.
understand.
It'd be relevant in a civil case.
Yes, I understand.
So what I'm going to do, though, is I will give you permission to go. I won't stop you from going to the scene of the alleged crime, but I'm leaving in the order that says you can't live where she lives. So if she would say to the police, yeah, I'm living here, you're going to end up arrested. So I would not play with that.
Should I call the cops before I go there, in case she's there?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
And ask for the civil standby and say, yeah, because who has the superior right to live there is a civil question. This is a keep away order, and we don't have the power, but we don't order victims of alleged criminal offenses. We don't order them to move. We order the defendants to move. So comply with your conditions. Focus on stay out of jail. I'm letting you out. If you violate these conditions, it's not likely the next person will let you out without a bond.
I understand.
Don't possess any weapons. No drugs without a valid prescription. No alcohol. Weapons and alcohol go poorly with domestic situations. If you get served with an order of protection, comply with that as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything's going to be on your paperwork. We can reprint now. If you go have a seat, we're going to send it out. All right, good luck, sir. Mr. Sims, Dwayne Sims. And then Ms. Hayes will be next, and then we'll do
Good afternoon.
two guys at once. Okay. Sir, can I have your full name and date of birth?
Dwayne Sims, 012489.
Okay, thanks. You're here in a new case. You got arrested for criminal damage, a Class 1 domestic violence misdemeanor. Oh. Okay, this is what I get for going so fast. Okay, I got to reprint this one too. All right, your case is going to go out to the Buckeye City Court.
Yes, ma'am.
And your court date, it's criminal damage, your court date is March 24th at 2 in the afternoon, which is about 3 weeks from now. March 24th, 2 in the afternoon, over in Buckeye. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as well.
Okay.
So I'm not appointing a lawyer for you, just like I told the other guys. The cities want to make that decision on their own. Typically, FYI, they'll only do it if the state wants jail time.
Okay.
And so, go find out. You can hire a lawyer today, though, if you want. That's always your
Public
right.
defender also too, right? I could also get a public defender.
That's what I'm saying, is you can't, I'm not appointing one for you.
just go.
Theoretically, the Buckeye judge could give you a court-appointed lawyer, but they don't want us to do it when we're releasing people. They want to decide, and typically, the major driving reason they will do it is the state notifies everybody they're going to ask for jail time if they win.
Yeah.
Then you get a lawyer. But if they're not asking for jail time, I think most of the city judges go, nah.
Yes, ma'am.
So, but you can always ask. and you can always hire a lawyer at your own expense. So go to court. It's difficult in your case to see the state asking for jail time, but that's up to the state, right? But who knows? So you're in here March 24th at 2 in the afternoon, and you're going to get some keep away orders, but I'm planning to release you.
Okay.
Same things I just told the other guy. Don't live where she lives. Don't respond to any contacts from here. Don't you contact her first. You can do a civil standby to collect belongings. Then you need to find another residence if you've been living together. And in yours, I did don't return to the scene of the crime, and you can't live where she lives. I think yours was another one where I couldn't exactly tell. It looked like you do both live there, but sometimes the police are.
I could go to my brother's.
Perfect. Love it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's the best outcome. And then don't possess any weapons or drugs without a valid prescription, no alcohol. I always order no weapons in domestic violence cases anyway because.
Yes.
Research. All right, everything's on your paperwork. You should be out in a few hours. Try to be patient. Release is very slow from this facility, but you'll be out later today. All right, then Ms. Hayes, and then assuming the officers are okay with it, I'll do Mr. Jacobs and Mr. Robinson at the same time. If that's okay with you? Okay. They appear like they are going to be behave and it's going to. Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Ashley Hayes, 9/17/86.
Okay, thanks. Ms. Hayes, you are here on a new arrest. You got booked in for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and prostitution, a Class 1 misdemeanor. For purposes of this hearing only, I did not find probable cause on the drug allegation because the police didn't provide any legally sufficient information to support the allegation that it was met. But it doesn't mean that it's dismissed. I'm just ignoring it for purposes of release conditions. You still have to go to court. I'm still going to send you to Superior Court because there's that felony drug charges pending against you. I'm just disregarding it for release conditions. So I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is going to be a status conference, March 19th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Your preliminary hearing will be March 23rd at 8:30 in the same court. That's all 2 weeks from now. And based on your criminal history, the risk assessment score suggests I should have you report to pretrial services. I'm going to do that. I'm going to release you, but you need to call into pretrial services. You're going to get an envelope, and it'll tell you what number to call after you get out.
Okay, what court date did you say, Nick?
The 19th is your first one, and that is a Thursday, 2 weeks from today, the 19th, 8:30 in the morning. Okay. All right, and then the 23rd as well, that's the following Monday. But if the 23rd needs to move, your lawyer can take care of that when you get there on the 19th.
Okay.
All right, everything is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, they're going to give you that.
Okay.
Good luck.
Email address?
Yeah, unless you have any other holds. I've released you. All right, Mr. Jacobs and Mr. Robinson, if you'll come in, please.
Do you want them both to
Yeah.
here, Judge? All right, come. Stand side by side.
All right. You seem extremely calm. Alrighty, and so let's just start from the beginning in your cases. I'll just note for anybody who might be looking at this recording later that I did speak for a minute or two to Mr. Robinson earlier on the same docket, but I'm just going to do everything over again. So let's start with Mr. Robinson. Full name and date of birth again, please.
Joshua Robinson, 4/30/97.
And Mr. Jacobs.
Cody Aaron Jacobs, 4/5/1992.
Okay, thank you. Gentlemen, each of you is here on one allegation of misdemeanor assault, and both of your cases are going to go to the El Mirage City Court. I'm not appointing a lawyer for either of you today because we leave that up to the city judges at their request. You can ask them to appoint one for you, you can hire a lawyer at your own expense, or you can represent yourself. Your arraignment hearing is going to be the same for both of you. It is March 24th at 8:30 in the morning, which is about 3 weeks from now, in the El Mirage City Court, so pay attention to the address. I am planning to release both of you on your own recognizance. I just want to make orders that will keep the peace while the case is pending. And so, Mr. Robinson, during your earlier proceedings, it appeared that you were willing, so let me say this. Each of you is the victim in the other person's case. And so the court generally does not permit victim contact in criminal cases. But in situations very specifically where it's misdemeanor allegations, The offense conduct itself, even if it was 100% true as alleged, the court isn't extra worried about the case. Meaning the court has to agree that you guys can probably keep the peace for a couple of weeks, and that you're not a danger to each other. As long as I agree, as long as both people consent, then I will permit you to have contact, you can keep living together, whatever. But if one of you does not want to do this as the victim, you just give me a thumbs down or say, I don't want to do this, and we'll stop. But if you're both amenable. So let me just ask Mr. Robinson, you're the victim in Mr. Jacobs' case. Do you want him to be allowed to have contact with you and live where you live while the case is pending?
All good to go.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay,
yes, Your Honor.
just because it's, this is being transcribed.
Yes.
Mr. Jacobs, you are the victim in Mr. Robinson's case. Do you agree? Do you want him to be able to have contact with you and live where you live while his case is pending?
Yes, I do.
All right, then I will permit that. And so I'm going to have to retool both of your orders. And so, yeah, just know that I'm still ordering no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. One of you is a prohibited possessor. I think it might be you.
What?
One of you has priors. One of you has felony priors.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, that means you can't legally possess guns in Arizona.
Okay, yeah, I already knew that.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying, don't you possess guns either, because guns and alcohol plus domestic violence are a terrible mix. Right. Everybody just stay sober, stay calm, keep the peace, go to court. And if you're uninterested in pursuing the prosecution as a victim, you will be able to tell the prosecutor that, because you have victims' rights, each of you in your victim case. And so, alrighty. Yeah, I got to mess with your orders for a second. So go ahead and have a seat. We will send them out. You should be out in a few hours. Don't miss your court date.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
24.
Yes, sir. It'll be on your paperwork. All right, give me a second to do that. Hold on. That's Robinson. He's good. Okay, those guys are good. All right, so officer, I got a note before court. I have a note in the computer just saying that Mr. Richardson was isolated as a potential risk to himself or others because he was exhibiting some strange behavior and not following instructions. Is that still true? All right, thank you. I did get an affirmative answer from the sheriff's office, so I will go see Mr. Dominic Kenneth Richardson in person in-house immediately after this hearing to conduct his initial appearance in person back in the cell block. I will advise him that he's been arrested for 2 allegations of third-degree burglary, which as class 4 felonies, 1 allegation of attempted third-degree burglary, which makes that a class 5 felony. I do find probable cause for all those allegations, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent him in this case. All right. His next court date is going to be a status conference, March 11th at 8:30. It's a preliminary hearing, March 13th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. It's my current inclination to give Mr. Richardson a $1,000 secured appearance bond with written release conditions, including no going to any part of the Arizona Mills Mall, contacting his case manager within 24 hours of any release from custody, no contact with any alleged victims, no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. If anything changes after I conduct Mr. Richardson's initial appearance, I will put the final outcome in my formal written order. The court is not going to update the recording for this case. So final release conditions will be in my formal written order. And with that, the court is going to stand in recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon.